to Deadbeats. Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing today? Deadbeats Session 12. Hopefully, theoretically, this should be the last session before the Season 1 finale. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Yeah, things get pushed back, and when we're in an open world such as this, who knows what's gonna happen? You know? Who the heck knows? Who the heck knows what's gonna happen? Yeah. This is finale part 1. Exactly. That's how the cool kids out in productions do it. They say it's the final episode of the season, but then they throw like a part 1 in there, right? And it's like a 5-part mini series, and you just keep coming back for more. You know, you just keep going. You know what I'm saying? I see it in my favorite animes all the time. Not to alarm everyone, but we do have a general warning disclaimer, and you should understand after seeing Deadbeats Session 11, ooh boy, Wiggles eyebrows. That was intense, but amazing RP. But I decided to go ahead and give this general disclaimer before we begin any of our sessions within all our campaigns to kind of give people a heads up. So here's the general disclaimer that we're going to be saying at the beginning of all of our D&D sessions. Due to the improv nature of roleplay, this session may contain general and a variety of adult themes. So if you're feeling uncomfortable at any time, feel free to step away until you are comfortable. All of our VODs are uploaded on YouTube, aka youtube.com/worldofio, where if there needs to be further warnings after said thing needs to be issued, it's going to be up in the description. You'll notice that we actually have some warnings for Deadbeat Session 11 in the description. So again, if you are watching, you start feeling a little uncomfy because of the subject matter, you can walk away, come back when you're feeling comfy, or you can wait until the VOD comes out over on YouTube, where we're going to have actual more centralized warnings within the description. Just FYI, just so we all stay nice and comfy and cozy and tell a cool thing, yeah? I'm gonna go ahead and unmute and say hello to my lovely players, because technically it's been a couple of weeks since I've seen like Jesse and Snake and all them, so I'm excited to say hello.
Be like, okay,
hello,
what does she
everyone.
Actually have?
How y'all doing today? Hello,
really
hello.
Good. So good.
Awesome. Dukes, not to call you out, how you feeling? You doing okay? You feeling?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Okay.
I'm feeling better. My wonderful mother-in-law sent some really strong painkillers home with my husband. So
hell yes.
Nice.
I know. So I'm doing okay right now.
So we're gonna
hell
have we're gonna have an extra Dash roleplay session over here, where Dash is just gonna be nice and chill and calm the entire time. So Dash
just watched some terrible shit happen in front of his eyes. He's depressed, and you know what? Maybe he's shutting down a little bit today. I don't know.
Oh no! You're having a depressive episode. I had a flashback montage.
Oh my god! Yes, indeed. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Deadbeats. Welcome back to the main story here within the Cicero Manor. Just checking in. Snake, how you doing, man? Haven't seen you in a couple of weeks. How have things been with you?
Well, Murphy's Law.
Murphy's Law, indeed. Nod. And Jesse, how have you been, man?
Who the hell's this Murphy person? Why do they got laws named after him?
It's the guy from Interstellar.
Is this Is this the content that you did with your live show last week? Did you go up on stage with the microphone and went, "Who the heck is this Murphy guy?
I mean, what's the deal
law?"
with Murphy? Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Yes.
Oh my God, laugh tracks and everything. That's
we had them piped in, so people would laugh along with it. That's that's how you do it.
Yeah, and we didn't record the session where Jesse just screamed in the mic, "Laugh!" like as loud as he can, and then everyone just started like, "Ha ha, hey, yay!"
Yeah, and then if you just keep recording that same laugh over and over again, it sounds like an actual audience.
Well,
tepid laughter becomes a raucous applause.
Well, I hope you had a very good live show. It
was wonderful. Thank you.
We had a wonderful session.
I heard
it was the most, I will say now, the most intense and, dare I say, decisive session we've ever streamed in IO
does that
between
mean?
phase 2 and phase 3.
We have to have warning disclaimers because of us now.
We
This is
now-
what happens.
I
You
now-
leave us alone for a week. We have to have warning disclaimers now.
I now have a warning disclaimer for in front of every D&D
What the
session.
hell happened?
What the fuck did we miss?
Yeah,
I
no.
don't want to know.
Divisive, excuse me,
Don't wanna know
divisive.
what we did.
It was a divisive. Divisive in the sense that there were, a couple people that were like, "Oh no, I'm gonna skip this one. This is a little much for me." Like divisive, but for the most part, it was very enjoyed by
was gonna
all the
say,
viewers.
Yeah, I think generally everyone thought that it was a very good session. It
Yes.
was just like, wow, I was not prepared for what that was.
It
Yes.
was very good.
So
RPG.
now, yeah,
We
so
weren't
now,
prepared.
now we warn people.
Yeah, and
I think it's good. We're practicing safe D&D in our little corner.
Yeah. And honestly, it was something I probably should have been doing from the beginning, since D&D is very, especially the way we do D&D here at IO. It's not really like, oh, there's like, I've written this huge elaborate story and we have bullet points we got to hit session to session to session. We stay pretty open. We explore characters and backgrounds, the characters that you guys create, and I kind of just let you guys do your thing and tell the story that you want. But because of that, sometimes we don't know when things go fucking hard. So
Sometimes there's a warning.
Sometimes
we
sometimes
go
we
to
wrap
dark
up the
places.
session and then we just kind of scratch the back of our head and go, that was great, but woof.
I've been saying for weeks that I was going to chop up a dead body. I'm surprised we're just getting the warnings now.
You just chopped. Wait, did you chop up a dead body?
I'm about to. I'm literally about to.
Yeah. Oh, what's
Right
Nick?
before you said that, Summer, I was going to ask how much of it was Summer's fault.
Oh, no.
It was actually not my fault. For
It
the
was-
warning.
It was
to
a
be
group effort.
It was a
to be
group
fair,
it was a group effort.
there's no blame, no one to point at, no one to someone didn't cross the line. These were things and subject matters that
But if you had to point the blame at someone, who would that be?
Oh, Joefudge, 100%.
No.
I'm pointing at Joe right there.
Yeah.
It's right over there, officer. Arrest him. I was just trying to be. No, I'm kidding. No, just some of the subject matter was. It just we all are different walks of life. You know what I mean, with different pasts and histories, and the internet's a big, wide open world, the Wild West, and we just want to make sure we're doing our due diligence. And that was the first. It was the first time that I sat down. And I thought to myself and went, we should probably have a little disclaimer before we do D&D.
You guys really did have a moment, because no one says the internet's a wide open place. We all have our own paths, unless some shit goes down.
Yeah. Well, and to be fair, I'm over hyping it up, but it was enough where I had to think and be like, we should probably just give the heads up and warning, and that way, if something does happen in the session, people know, hey, just go over the description and you'll see exactly all the wacky shit that happened, so that you can prepare yourself. So indeed. Anyways, we are back in the spooky ass Cicero Manor, where you guys are currently on the hunt for a lead and more evidence towards the quote unquote facade killings. You are under the understanding that the body of this quote unquote facade murder, or at least the copycat of it, had been relocated over here by the JDF. Yes, the Jotun Defense Force, you believe, has relocated over to this quote unquote abandoned manor. A lot of hypotheticals here, but there's a lot happening here. As you guys have entered into the manor, you will notice that most of it seems to be in pristine condition, and it probably is because of the fact that this has been declared by the Lamento families a sort of like a black ops site, where some of the more hidden cases go in the JDF. So currently you guys are exploring through. You encountered a spooky, scary ghost that you understand was once a servant of the Cicero household. Big old curse was placed on our dear boy Dash, who aged 23 years?
23, 24 years, one of those, yeah.
20, I think 20, because I think 47 is what you are right now. And
And people drew Silver Fox Dash. I appreciate you.
Oh,
those
did
of
they?
you
Oh, it's so good.
who drew me looking real handsome.
And it is. He's a good
Fuck you,
boy.
I'm gonna fix it.
So fuck you, I'm gonna fix it. Yeah, so when I was trying to figure out what Dash's age was currently, and just real big tops to our IO wiki team, I went over to Dash's wiki page, and the age had already changed to 47. I was like, man, they're on it, but now I don't know how old Dash was. We still figured it out, but kudos to our IO Wiki team for keeping it up. Anyways, yes, Dash has dramatically aged. You guys have continued to go through the manor, where you have found a variety of undead creatures that seem to be roaming the place. The ghosts of the manor are also possessing, rugs of smothering. And I have to admit, getting Joe in a rug of smothering trap was just whenever you get a DM in a trap, like a fellow DM in a trap, that's a good feelo. That feels real good for me, But yes, you guys made it. Joe's like,
I mean, I'm sad because that you're destroying my house's property.
That rug's like hundreds of years old, but yeah, okay, you can go ahead.
Yeah, it's fine. Just a joke about the saddest on-screen death so far.
Jesus
You
Christ!
saved the rug. It's okay.
Yeah, the rug's okay. It's
Set on
aight.
fire.
It's aight.
Yeah, and
Appreciate in value by
it's fine.
40%.
So yeah, you wandered down this sort of side hallway after getting just like a general construction layout of the keep, finding that this hallway over here, they built a secret wall that will take you up into the keep's second floor. But before that, you faced off against some undead baddies, where one of them was a prot. Was a rookie prot that was zombified by the wight that you see before you. After a lot of back and forth and learning that undead fortification in IO is essentially them coming back to life in the next turn if 10 or more hit points are dealt, you did manage to dispatch of the undead foes. Victor found the hidden door, which leads to stairs that goes up. And now we are ready to continue. So let me give me just 1 second. I'm going to go ahead and set the mood. All right. Was there anything I forgot before we continue today?
Not forgot, but I'm a little confused because my character sheet looks like Karis has had a long rest, and I do not think we did that.
No.
Yeah, so I genuinely don't know why that is, but I did take a look at everyone's hit points during the fight. I even went back. No one really got hit. So also
I did, apparently.
Yeah, you did. Victor was the only one that apparently got hit. The heads up that I would give if your character sheet is suddenly magically long rested is there might be a connection between your D&D Beyond character sheet and your Foundry character sheet. Since we primarily edit things in our Foundry sheet, if you go over back to your D&D Beyond and you haven't touched any, you haven't done anything over there, it may reflect upon that over in your Foundry sheet, thus giving you a long rest. Yes.
I've literally uninstalled Beyond 20, so I don't think it should be that.
Then I have no idea why you are long rested.
Did you use any features?
I think I used one key point, and it's back up to full, which is why I was question mark.
We shall reduce.
I'll
We'll reduce the key point. Anything else weird or suspicious with anyone else's character sheets before we continue? Because I checked, so I generally checked the end of the VOD of the previous session because I was like, everyone seems to be back up at health for some weird reason. And I checked, and yeah, the only one that managed to get injured was Cicero. And I was like,
I had 0 out of my 2 spell slots. I don't remember spending 2 spells, but
I remember you casting Bane.
I remember casting them.
I'm currently looking at 1 out of 2 over on your character sheet, which reflects the Bane, I believe.
I see. I said 0 before. I swear.
My spell slots are good. I used to it. Reflect such.
Your spell slots are. Yep, I see good. 2 out of 4. Yeah, people did not get hit for some reason. Like I was very impressed. I was like, oh no, because that's exactly what I said too. I literally was just like, oh my gosh, look at that. Yeah, but it looks like everyone's spell slots are reflected. Masae, do you know if you did spend the key point?
I know I
session?
did early in the manor. But
I feel like you guys also took a short rest at some point.
Did we?
Mine should be 0.
Okay. All right.
We didn't short rest.
You didn't
Did we
short
not?
rest? Okay.
Mm-mm.
We'll leave it at 2. And then what are you? Okay, now you're at 0, Victor.
Yeah, because I spent Hellish Rebuke, so I should have been 0.
Ah, gotcha. So you are at 0. Okie dokie. This is just
Hey.
trying to figure things out for 3 weeks. What's up, Snake?
I remember using catapult, but that's it. Did I use anything else? Does anyone recall?
I don't think you did.
All right, we'll set
I
you back
remember
up
lots
to
of
2.
catapult.
Yeah, I'm looking around. It may be that long rests weren't perhaps done properly. We'll just kind of keep an eye on it and figure out if something happened. Because yeah, I see Snake's Eli's sheet is down to 0 spell slots as well. So I'll set you back up to 2, and that's totally fine with me. And yeah, so we'll just kind of like, oh, you're also, it says you're a level 6 artificer, question mark?
That's not right.
That is not, you're a level 6 artificer, comma,
What have
artificer.
you been hiding from
Oh,
us?
I see you have artificer on the sheet twice, so we're just gonna close that. Yeah, that was weird. I was like,
hell?
No, just let him be level 6, dude.
let him be level 6. No, you guys are gonna be level
He's already
3.
cool.
You guys
He's so
get-
cool.
He's
you guys get
just the
stuck back
coolest
on a
one
short
out of
rest?
all of us.
Does anyone not benefit anything on a short rest?
I think monks get key points back at short rest.
Yeah, I
Key
would
points,
get my key
yeah.
point back.
I get channel divinity back with a short rest.
I get spells. We could short rest.
Yeah,
You guys
I'm
want
down
to
to
short
short
rest?
rest.
Yeah, because I gotta chop up this body anyways.
Let's keep going.
All right, so I would like to give you a heads up that I will be doing rolls whenever you take short rests, especially long rests within the creepy, spooky, haunted manor. If you do decide to do that, just keep in mind you do risk potential encounters that may interrupt your short rest. You are definitely in a dangerous location.
I can't remember if I did it at the end of last session or not, but if she had a badge or like an identifier of who she was, Dash would have taken that.
I think we got it.
We did,
Yes.
yes. I
Yes,
took
you
a badge last time.
Okay, that's what I thought. Cool.
Yes.
It
Big-
was
I believe.
Zashi or whatever.
Yeah, I believe Logan also investigated the prot to find out someone was looking at the prot's face to see that she died in horror and betrayal.
I think I just noticed that because I got like a mega roll on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Someone
you're right.
noticed that. So.
Betrayal.
Bleh. All right. Okay. So we shall resume the session. But you're free to do as you wish. Move around, walk up, etc., etc. But the field is yours.
I pull a bone saw out of my bag.
All right. Yes,
me.
you did get the surgical tools. You immediately.
Pardon me.
You see Hellebore.
Excuse me. Pardon me.
I'm sorry. What are you doing?
Harvesting. He looks like he's about to chop down on this white.
Like you just kind of see the. Oh wait, no, bone saw. It's not even like an automated saw. It literally is just that that surgical saw that goes into.
Yeah,
there.
we all get to just listen to the crunch of fucking bone saw slowly going through.
I may
everything.
for some of you I may opt into wisdom and or constitution saving throws if you witness Hellebore, just tearing apart a body with a bone saw. Hellebore is far gone. Cicero would be fine as well. And I would also give the pass to Logan, who has seen some shit.
Yeah, I've seen some stuff.
But for the rest of you, if you do go on and witness this, would Karis be fine? No, Karis would not be fine.
I mean, Dad grew up with my family doing freaky shit like this.
Yeah, if Hellebore was chopping up the prot, I think it might be different. He walked away though on purpose because he like just doesn't want to see it.
Gotcha. Okay, fair enough.
So I'm down to do a check if you want, but
Oh no. I mean, if you believe you've witnessed this before plenty of times and have grown some nerves against it, you are free to do that.
if Piper moves on to the other body, I will do a check.
Oh yeah. The prot, yeah, no, that absolutely.
No, that one's too fresh.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
We'll definitely do the roll. Oh my god.
I like my body's aged.
Prize.
All right, so
Oh God.
So as Hellebore kind of just squeezes on by with the bone saw, about to break apart this undead body, does anyone look away?
No, I get like up close. What are you hoping to find exactly?
Well, you see, I'm collecting body parts for a special project, so I like to use them for that. But also, these guys got like that goopy goop, which could be used to fix the goopy goop, and he points at Dash.
Dash looks like he could drink a cup of coffee at 4 a.m. inside a motel lobby.
He shivers in horror. Ugh, aging.
Okay, give me one quick second. Please, because I believe you did buy some surgical tools in town.
I did, and he got me cigarettes.
Cool. Boop. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I chuckled to myself. I was like, oh, I could take carpenter's tools and turn them into surgical tools. That'd be pretty awesome.
It's close enough.
No, actually, I think the wood carver's tools is what we're going to go with this one.
Mm.
All right, so for this specifically...
My bone saw is ready.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you I'll go ahead and give you a All right, I got some questions for you because this is gonna help determine some proficiency.
Yay.
I will give you the option to be proficient within your surgical tools, allowing you to systematically take parts and preserve them the best way without dispatching and destroying these things. This will allow for the extraction of organs as well as the taking apart of body parts. This will take away one of your 2 proficiencies, though, that we talked about with your background, if you do decide to take this. And I would argue that...
Oh, yes, please take it instead of religion. I don't need that.
All right. Well, no. So you haven't taken... No, so remember the background thing that I was telling you about?
Oh, those proficiencies.
Those 2. Mm-hmm.
But I need those.
Well, if you would like to be the one that extracts body parts...
God, what are my other proficiencies that I got for my int? Oh God, because we did that, and then I had extras. Oh God. I was like, well, damn, I guess I'm putting them into languages because I'm out of class proficiencies.
Yes, well, this one specifically would be for a background because I would say an exotic tool, which would be the surgical tools.
Get from my back. I had to see which ones because I think they were important ones.
Well, your background should be empty, just FYI, because you're not supposed to have
I thought
a
you
background.
meant racial. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like background, the one that...
so the things that I haven't picked yet.
That's correct.
Okay, yeah. Yes, absolutely. I haven't picked shit for that. I'm a doctor.
All right, surgical
I want to
tool-
know how to do this. I got
Surgical
my
tools
PhD.
it is. Surgical tools it is. You've gained a proficiency within your surgical tools. This... God, no.
I didn't get my PhD for nothing.
Oh my God, I just realized this. Okay, This is a dumb question. What ability score would you like to associate with your surgical tools?
I'd love to say charisma, but I'm gonna say int.
Okay, you can say charisma if you'd like.
My charisma's shit.
Oh, then oh, you just want to say charisma for the meme.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And charismatically cut bodies open, dude.
So it's like a sorcerer's charisma. It's that innate magical ability. It's not I diplomatically chop a body up.
I like to do sing song while I cut open bodies.
I speak to body. It chops itself up. Let's see. Intelligence. So these will be a set of sapphire surgical tools. Int. All right. If you check within your character sheet, let me double check.
By the end of this session, they're gonna look like rubies.
Inventory tools.
I see them.
Yes. You are proficient in them. I have set the proficiency. All you have to do is roll.
I'm gonna have Eugene assist me. Eugene, use the help action.
Wait, what?
This is something that I learned that I could have been doing this whole time, is that familiars can use the help action to give me advantage on my dex check.
What? Give me a second. Oh man, I don't know what. All right, let me see the.
You can do it in combat and out of combat.
That would literally mean you would have advantage to everything always.
Everything.
I don't.
Some fan.
Yeah.
Please clip Brett doing that. Please clip that. That like I don't know what.
I don't know about that.
I don't know
If
what.
you want to keep it for out of
that.
combat, we can just not.
Honest. Oh man, that's like half the reason for familiars to get advantage to everything.
I mean, it's not everything. He can only do it like when he's near me. He has to be like within 5 feet of me. What I'm doing. So I'm going to say I'm going to vote that it's going to be on certain things, and particularly if there are certain things that you would need an expertise in, like surgically, doing surgery. The help action doesn't help if the person doesn't have the knowledge to actually assist you with that, is the way that I would. My right-hand man is useless.
No, not completely useless, but it's let me see. So what? Trying to look for where it says I can do the help action. Yeah,
it says I can take actions as normal, it just can't attack.
I see, and then you're using that. You're using that to do the help action, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that it can only help on certain things that I believe it would be helpful for.
Okay.
Doing surgery, the hand's not gonna be able to help you with that. I apologize. But I am open for it to do help checks on other things. But yeah, for surgery, I would argue against that. So you will have to roll. You will have to roll on your own.
I roll. Ugh.
Okay. The great thing about surgical tools, it allows you to extract body parts, not only used for necromancy, in case you wanted to build yourself a nice little corpse boy, but it allows you to extract certain and vital organs, which can be used in your alchemy. But of course, just be mindful of who you do it in front of. Some people do frown on necromancy and converting organs into potions, but some people don't care as well. All right, so with the 15, is there anything in particular you're trying to extract?
Anything that can help me fix points at dash.
I see.
But also, I like a good rib cage.
Should we also not try to determine, the relevance of this incident to our case?
I mean, yeah, you're the one with the mind palace. Go for it. I'm gonna keep chopping it up.
Great. I'll just observe.
All right, so you go ahead and find a rib cage. Go ahead and give me a generalized I'll give you the option: Arcana, Medicine, or Religion. to see if you can figure out the parts necessary to reverse the curse that has been dealt to our poor boy Dash.
I think Arcana is my highest.
Brett, I have an old Dash picture for the token. If I can send that to you.
Oh, please.
Swap in.
Absolutely, and I will be more than happy to swap it for you. All right, with an Arcana 9. Oh my gosh, yes. Yes! So with your surgical tools and your realization, kind of looking over Dash and going, you begin to take some of your tools, your bone saw, and you begin digging into the top of the skull of the undead creature. As you pop the skull up, you kind of see this, at this point, decayed, almost withering away, very odorous brain matter. But you believe you'll be able to actually convert that into something that can undo curses that have been dealt by undead phenomenon. And then, just in case, you go ahead, after you open the chest cavity, you see the withered heart of the undead creature, and you just pluck that out, easy peasy. You manage to preserve the white's heart, the white's brain matter, and a rib cage.
I make direct eye contact with Logan as I take this thing's heart out, and then I make a pop sound when I pop its head off.
Okay.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to just ask, while you're doing that, can I get some sort of roll to determine any kind of information that's actually useful from this body?
I mean, yeah. So you feel free to roll either an investigation or a religion check upon the body. All right. With a 10 investigation, the body itself is decrepit and aged for a very long time, probably well over a century. You do not believe that it has any sort of relation to like the facade killings or exactly what you can do. And yeah,
can I determine whether this creature is what turned the other officer here?
Not with a 10, unfortunately.
Gotcha. Okay.
But you do know that it is a very old undead. All right, so let me just go ahead and type a couple of things. White's brain. And then we're gonna go ahead and do White's heart. And then finally, White's rib cage. All right, those things have been added to your inventory in Foundry under loot.
God bless.
Oh my God! What this man? You guys aren't ready for the new dash that's about to drop. That new dash about to drop, though.
Poor boy. He's really going through it.
He is going through it. Give me a minute.
Yeah, sorry, I totally forgot to do that like before we played.
It's okay. It won't take too long. I just the longest part for me is loading Photoshop. And that's when Photoshop's just a big old stinker. Oh, there we go.
Hey, Dash! I found the goop gob that can fix your goop gob.
Dash looks over and kind of gives a little smile
and up a brain. He is holding up a brain like woo!
Wahoo!
Is that do you have something to put that in?
I got jars and stuff. And bags.
Why do I mind? Like, I imagine you cramming that brain into a jar the way someone puts a slice of lime into like a beer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, really trying to like get it in there.
Oh yeah. God, I'm really glad that we got the warning for this episode.
The second it's in Piper's hands, it's compromised, dude. It's not a brain anymore.
Okay. Oh my God. Here we go. Let me go into Dash Whisker's character sheet. Let me go to your proto. Well, I'm not going to explain the whole process. That's boring.
Yeah, that'd be silly.
That'd be silly Bo Billy. I don't know why this face cracks me up, but this face kind of do crack me up. All right, let me. What do we got here? 39. Okay, I'm gonna delete that. What?
Oh, he's backwards.
Oh my god.
He's old now.
He's back. Okay, let me try this again. Update. Police. And there he is.
There he is.
Oh my god.
You grew the facial hair immediately.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh my
It's like
God.
in any movie when somebody ages and they just grow a huge beard. Yeah.
Wait,
no.
wait,
I'm
wait,
so old.
wait. This is the old you're upset about? This you're like, I'm so old. You look
I'm
never
not
look
the one.
better.
I'm not the one who's calling myself old. Nobody else is.
You're gonna be like gray haired and like, oh, you look fantastic.
And then
Thank
Dash
you.
was like, I'm so old. Yep. And then here's Piper trying to reverse the curse of Silver Fox Dash. Piper, now that you're actually seeing Dash, do you want to reverse the aging
Yes.
process still? All right, just double checking.
Where's my baby face boy? It's not him.
Oh, I forgot. There's something I need to
Piper,
do
as you can
for-
tell by looking at his body, does not like change.
Yes. I'm just gonna do
And yet.
it. Okay, cool, awesome.
And yet,
Hold on, I have to adjust something real quick. I'm just gonna do
I have a question.
that. No, that's too small. I'm gonna do
What?
that. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Why would you do this? Why did you do this to me?
We have
Why
to
am I smaller?
reflect. We have to
I-
reflect.
Hate it here. I fucking hate it here.
Calm down, Tiny. It'll be all right.
I swear to God, I'm gonna chop off your knees.
Oh, okay.
You can reach them.
Jesse.
Okay. Let me hold on. I'm being informed that I've chopped off the hair of
No, it's fine. No, it's
No,
fine.
no, it's
People were just
fine.
like, I can't believe didn't
It's
even give him
bald.
white hair. And I was like, I gave him a little.
I gave him I gave
promise.
him white hair. Just
Just a smidge.
Well, it's okay.
That curse made an attractive person more attractive. What a terrible curse.
I'm so
I know.
old.
Oh, your burden must be terrible. Every day waking up to everyone
The old
being
angry
you.
elf.
Yeah, I mean-
This must be terrible
mean-
for you.
Meanwhile, my old version of Dash was literally just heavy, bags under the eyes, little white hair, etc., etc. There you go, guys.
you go.
There you go.
There we go.
There you go.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right,
Damn.
you've extracted the body, and I'm gonna go ahead and give this a as that body is gone.
He makes that noise in character.
So, just a little FYI, Hellebore, you are free to gather as many ingredients from undead as you wish. The more ingredients you grab, the more likely you'll be able to make a cure. Because if you, if something were to happen to the ingredients, or you failed your roll, etc., the material's ruined. Then you won't be able to make the cure. So, feel free to continue to extract as you deem necessary.
Okay.
You're not out of the woods until the cure is created, is what I'm trying to tell you.
I look at the other dead body. Okay, how do we feel about that one, everybody?
I'm unfazed, personally. I don't mind what you do. You'll just do a little freaky thing in the corner.
Just looking for stuff for a cure. If we're okay with me mutilating a body, I'm on it.
I don't think you should mutilate that one for evidentiary purposes.
Dash looks like he wasn't going to stop you, but he looks really sad about it.
Let me just reposition to see if I can at least grab her heart from this position, because I remember
No, I
this cavity's
don't.
already
I don't
open.
think you should. Please do not.
Can I put on gloves?
No.
I just want to angle it
leave
to see if I
Piper.
could reach anything. The chest's already open.
No, I
Piper.
think you've gotten one. One is enough.
Okay. All right. Just okay.
Dash has approached Piper.
But
He was just trying to intervene to be like,
look, you can
we'll
kind of
find something else.
He points into the body, like it's right there. You can almost see the edge of it.
Why not take a kidney?
Why don't take
Like,
nothing?
Kidneys aren't really useful in this
Should've been-
situation.
Don't listen to the vampire.
Half.
From down the hall, you just hear, this is a conversation we're having.
Yeah, we should go.
Okay. Whoop.
Before you is a stairwell that ascends up into the manor. Will you all be ascending the manor?
We haven't taken a short rest, have we?
You have not.
We should do that.
I assumed you guys were doing it while I was chopping up bodies.
I
because
kind of assumed we were too, but that's
Oh,
okay.
I
gotcha.
can't gain anything from a short rest, so I don't mind.
No, Brett didn't do the roll, so.
No rolls were, yeah. So you will be taking a short rest, is that correct?
I think enough of us would benefit from it.
All right.
If I gain nothing from a short rest at the moment, can I like snooch ahead and sneak and see what's there, at least to prepare us while everyone rests?
Yeah, you'll be stealthing on your own while that happens. Would you be okay
That's
with
the best
that?
way to stealth.
Okay. Okie
Oh,
dokie.
ooh.
Okay, so we'll actually start with this as you begin to approach over here, ascending the stairwell on your own. Please roll a stealth check.
Okay, sorry, my damn character screen is too big in my face.
It's all good.
I made it too big because I'm blind and old.
I just got a pair of glasses and I'm feeling great.
Oh fuck, there is something else in this room that I need to touch. Oh god damn it, I forgot.
Okay, with a 12 stealth, do you feel confident sneaking upstairs? I'll leave it up to you because that would be your stealth roll.
He like steps on a step and it like creaks and he's like, no, and like goes back and sits down with the rest of the group.
Ooh.
He tried to sneak and was like, not today.
I don't know why, but there's a gif of you where you're kind of giving that like cringe face. It's like animated. That's the
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I know
Yeah.
exactly
the-
what face you mean. Yeah.
That's
Yes.
the face I imagine Logan giving right now after he stepped. Ugh. You know what? I'll take
Yeah.
a rest.
Yeah, he turns back around and pretends like he did not just do what he just did.
Yep.
Just sits
Oh.
down with everyone.
All right. That's a fun way to do it. Roll the stealth and be like, all right, you wanna go in with that number? Gamble.
All right, I got a question for this room before we go any further too.
Eh.
Are these gold skulls in the corner?
Excuse me?
Are these
Oh.
gold skulls?
No, they are not gold.
Fuck!
Absolutely not. The Ciceros were lavish. You know, the Ciceros enjoyed their wealth, but I don't think they flaunted it as dominantly.
All right, I'm taking the skull of the white then because I need to get a gold skull from somewhere.
Huh. Okay. All right. So before you roll,
And you know, well, I might as well take a skull, and if I get the chance to dip in some gold, gonna.
yeah. Hey, good on you. All right. So before you guys roll your short rest, I'll be doing a little roll as well. Please make sure your tokens are in the place that you would be doing your short rest before I do my little roll to see if some bad shit's gonna happen to you all.
Excellent.
Maybe good shit.
If I don't have to actually roll, can I like Overwatch? Can I do something to help if we're clearly still in danger?
So short rest is just kind of just like taking a breather. Like you guys aren't taking a nap or anything like that. So everyone's already gonna be on alert when stuff is happening. If something were to happen.
I just want to get the drop on something if it pops up. Like
oh hell yeah.
Okay, Cicero, and this is the spine, and this is where the central nervous system would be if he had one still.
Okay.
Right.
I'm just like pointing out parts to Cicero as I'm dissecting this thing. Education.
I wanted to let you know, Logan, your pistol, I have buffed your pistol. It now does 1d10 plus your modifier instead of 1d6.
Now you can look at that
Nice.
damage when you miss it again.
Now you just look at a higher number. That's awful. That's
Why'd you have to
awful.
say that?
That's awful. All right. But yes, if you'd like to be on high alert, go ahead and roll me a perception.
I would love to.
Well, that is your.
What is? You know what? You're all screwed.
Logan is cursed. Logan is just fucking
This
cursed.
character is
Yeah.
busted.
It's
The
so
good news
sad 'cause
is
your character's meant to be the legend.
The good news is your passive perception is already a 15. Since your perception did not beat your passive perception, it will just default to a 15. If anything's sneaking up on you, just FYI, just since that's typically how that would work.
Maggie,
Alright.
you want a bone? I toss Maggie a femur.
As you toss Maggie a femur, it just kind of donk, like it just bounces off her metal head.
The dog's broken.
Dog's fine.
The dog
Okay.
isn't a dog.
Bow wow.
Right. If it bow wows, it's pretty close.
All right. Is everyone where they need to be for their short rest?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do a roll. Ooh. All right.
Good
So
thing.
they're really good or really bad? Oh wait, no, it's
Yeah.
Logan.
Yeah,
No, that's you. Using
Yeah,
Logan.
that's me. It's just when I have a token selected, it just
Yeah, I
rolls as
gotcha,
that.
gotcha.
We get magical mansion fairies.
Wait, so you got Logan to roll a 20, but like,
Yeah, that's fucked.
that's
Yeah.
fine. That's fine. That's cool.
I mean, I can re-roll if you guys want me to.
No, I just rub it in. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are well rested during your short rest, as you hear the general creaks and sounds of the empty household. No, nothing threatens you during your short rest. Feel free to do your short rest now in your character sheet by opening up your character sheet and pressing the S rest button in the hit dice section. Mm-hmm.
There's a hit dice section?
Yeah, so when you open up your at the top of the sheet,
Yeah.
yeah, and then you just press S rest. It's a button. Stealing nat 20s from players, a pro DM move. That's a big old nodders, pal. You rolled your hit die up,
Yeah, to get my last bit of health back up.
and then press that S rest button so that way you get your.
Oh no, that's how I did it. I clicked that and it let me do it.
Oh, excellent. Poggers. Anyone else need to take a short rest? I shall do.
I took one. I didn't hit the button though. I just because I think the only thing was my channel divinity. But
Oh, that's
I will
okay.
Hit the short rest button.
Can you hit the button just so I see it?
I hit the button.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, everyone did their shortest of rests. Excellent. With that being said, oh, by the way, your Shield of Faith is gone. Bye-bye. I'm assuming your Shield of Faith's 10 minutes. Yep, for 10 minutes.
Yes,
So
yeah.
That is long since gone. Okay.
Word.
Word to your mother.
Well,
What?
are you
Mother?
ready to leave?
You don't gotta bring her into this.
I only wish the best for her. All right, you guys ready to ascend up the manor?
Yeah, let's go.
Yep.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Be careful, those stairs are creaky.
I heard.
I still see it.
If you want new feet to be more stealthy, just let me know.
I could saw
I'm
your
all
feet
right,
off.
thank you.
Okay, so I know this is probably not the order that you guys are going in, so once we ascend up, you just range yourself around the way that you'd like to. You ascend up the, especially the very creaky stairs on top of the manor. You ascend up, and here you are upon the second floor. A door is before you over to the east, as the room itself is dark and dusty.
Usually I'd go first, considering it's my home and showing around, but, Curtis, you're a little larger than I am. Perhaps you should be the one to enter first. I'm afraid.
Karis just nods. She's fine with it. Can I inspect the door first?
You absolutely can.
Yes, please. Wanna do
Mort.
that?
Investigation check, please.
I pull up right against the wall, so I'm kind of out of the way.
I love my She just opens it. She takes one quick glance and then opens it.
I'm gonna wince. Oh, good, you're not dead.
Do you often have traps in your house, Cicero?
Not that I know of, but
That was a very strong wince you just did.
well, I've got some issues after that rug incident.
Fair enough.
Harris, roll perception.
Hey, look, there's a
check.
rug.
Don't go near it.
A what check?
A perception check. Okay.
Oh,
You hear the table rattling.
Karis
That's
backs
little
up.
fingies.
what's wrong with the rug?
Karis puts her hand out like to stop Cicero from proceeding. The table. Back up.
Oh dear. All right. I'll let someone else come in. I'm gonna walk up the wall and go upside down on the ceiling.
Okay. Hold on, I have to do something in chat. Okay, you may continue.
God.
Boo.
Sorry. Okay.
I have the table.
I leave, and I never come back.
That's why Cicero is gonna die.
I'm so sorry.
Cicero morbs out really hard and then just vanishes from existence.
Oh my god.
Morbid.
It's dumb. It's the stupidest meme, but it makes me smile
really
every
is.
time. It's so dumb, but it makes me so happy. I
Chose
like
the
the
wrong year to play a vampire.
Yeah, look, I'm liking that people here have been. A couple of people have been saying I'm Ciceroing right now, so they're trying.
Yes,
I've
that's what
seen
it
it.
should be.
Like let's take it back, baby. Let's make it Cicero.
Rebrand it, dude.
Dude, he's Ciceroing. Going back to it, yes.
Just hearing Joe in pain in the background.
No. All right. Returning back. I'm so sorry. Yeah. So as you kind of like hold back, the table vibrates itself within.
Can Karis like, as soon as it starts vibrating, can Karis like dash forward and just like punch through it?
Absolutely.
Attempt to.
Go
She
for
would do
it.
that. She would
Someone
absolutely do
destroying
that.
property this time. Let's go.
You're gonna find it's like a tiny little housekeeper's in there hiding.
A little mouse walks out. Please, no.
Yo, if that mouse can shake a table like that, then
It's a
it needs to
rat.
squash.
Get out.
All right.
Okay,
Do an attack roll, please.
Okay. Unarmed strike.
All right. So I'm gonna do this, and then as you slam your fists, Cicero, you just watch this table just shatters itself into splinters.
Oh my god.
No.
That's
No. From the ceiling.
not the fine china. Oh my much fan art potential, and we just fucking started. So bad news, table shattered. That was an antique. Good news, you attack the ghost that was hiding within the table.
Hey.
Excellent.
All right, so I'm going to do this, and then I'm gonna do this, and then you're going to do this amount of damage. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Here we go again. Please don't get age so I don't have to fix 2 of you.
The good news is, and I'll tell you this above board, that curse ability to age is once per day, so it can't do it again.
Of course.
But if you guys decide to take a long rest, well then.
Well, noted.
We reset.
No long rests.
But I want you to know that there's a door creaking sound in the audio track, and I look every time.
Yeah, that's the background. It's the door creaking. Yep,
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
The worst.
Is it? It's not too much for you guys, right?
No.
Okay, good. Yeah, I found this this track, and I was like, "Yep, that's the one. That's the one." Okay. Oh, and Karis gets to go. Or does she?
Oh, hell yeah. Oh,
yeah,
no.
yeah, she does. Yeah, she does.
Hell yeah.
All right. Karis, it's your turn.
Okay, Karis is going to bring out her key arms again.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I forget what the save is. Dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Let's roll.
Let me see what do you know what your saving throw is off the top of your head?
I do not know.
Well, I'll just click it's wisdom. Your DC is 14. Very good, very good. So let's do one of these. Wait, dexterity. One of these. Oh,
I hate it. Cool.
Damn.
they hover near your shoulders, surround your arms of your choice. You determine the arm's appearance, and they
it
vanish.
surrounds her arms.
Right. You can use your wisdom modifier in place of your strength. You can use the spectral arms and unarmed when you make an unarmed strike to 5 feet. The unarmed strikes you. So why am I making a dexterity saving throw?
If something's within 10 feet of me.
Gotcha. When you first release the
when
arms.
when I first bring it out.
Understood.
Just bring it out.
All right, and that was your. That's your bonus action. All right, so you've got key arms now.
Yep. That was a bonus action?
Sure is.
Sweet. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna punch then. With the arms. Do I just do an unarmed strike to do the arms?
I believe
or...
I've added an unarmed strike wisdom over to your attack.
Oh, I see it. Okay. Yeah, she's gonna do that.
Okay, 18 hits, doing 6 points of damage.
Excellent.
As the astral arms make contact with the ghost, while your physical arms may not. Okay, does that end your round?
She's gonna back up, and then that ends my round.
Okay, and I believe that you're able to do that because of your journeyman human.
Journeyman, yeah.
All right, Logan.
I would like to use eye for details. Actually, no, insightful fighting, since I don't have anyone in the area actually in straight up combat with him.
You may make an insight check against a creature you can see that is incapacitated, contested by the target deception check. If you succeed, you can use your sneak attack that target even if you don't have advantage. That's pretty awesome. Let's fucking go. Oh, baby.
Ghost.
Ooh.
With pleasure. Oh, I dropped my dice. 17. Yeah. So you are able to sneak attack.
Great. All right. Let's find out if you can shoot a ghost.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, I
If
mean,
anyone
I imagine
can.
that's a thing.
Yeah.
All right. Let me roll this epistle. Go. I said, go.
I like to imagine Logan's just screaming at his gun. Shoot!
Activate. Turn on.
The 14 makes contact. It is not very effective, but it does seem to do damage to the incorporeal form of the ghost.
And sneak attack.
Oh,
Nice.
also not as effective, but you're still damaging the creature.
Well, you can kind of shoot a ghost, it turns out.
Cicero, you watch as bullet holes zing into your ornate walls.
I told you it was a ghost.
All right, Logan, does that end your turn?
That ends my turn.
All right, it is the ghost turn. I've got some fun things to do for you. I think. Oh my god. Sorry, I need a minute. Okay. The ghost looks over and slowly creeps to Karis. Before you see the ghost attempt to go inside Karis. Karis, give me a charisma saving throw, but do so.
Charisma?
Yes, but do so at advantage.
Oh, excellent. Okay, saving throw, correct?
Correct. You see the spiritual energy surround Karis as it quite literally propels the ghost out. Even the ghost's face appears to be alarmed, looking at Karis, before it almost fearfully, in this sort of like hastened action, the ghost of the manor just reaches out again and just tries to crunch necrotic hands around Karis. An 8, unfortunately, not breaking the armor class, as you just feel the cold necrosis try to affect Karis's vessel. Dash is
Karis looks straight into its eyes and just says, "Nice try, Wraith."
Oh. Dash.
Dash is gonna, he knows that everybody that's in there right now is capable, so he's gonna come around to this side and put a hand on Eli's shoulder and say, "We don't know where everything is, so I'm gonna stay by you two. Wherever you feel safest. I'll stick with you back here if you want, or we can move ahead. I don't want you bringing up the rear." And he's gonna hold an action until everybody else has gone, I think. Basically, if anything pops up near us, actually, maybe he'll go here. If anything pops up, like, in his area, I want to prepare to attack it, I guess.
Okay. Sounds good. Action has been prepared.
Because ghosts do weird shit. They pop out and scream at you, you know?
Yeah. And then you age like 22 years or some shit.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Look, I'm on edge now.
All right. Sounds good. At the end of Dash's turn, you will see the ghost attempting to attack Karis, failing horribly in doing so. And then you'll see the ghost's head turn back to the hole that's in the wall as you see this necrotic energy just gently begins to pull out the shard bullet that was shot through the ghost. As the necrosis of energy just forms around the bolt, it just, almost in a return to center, shoots back at Logan for a legendary action. 20 points of damage as the necrotic energy pierces through Logan's shard weave. He'll take 9 points of necrotic damage. Dr. Hellebore.
That's me. I get on the ground. I do the dinosaur. I shoot between Karis's legs at the ghost.
Dr.
Pull a gun out of my
Hellebore.
book.
Dr. Hellebore walks out pretending to be a T-Rex with tiny arms, and then shoots us. And then
You know, it's
shoots
kind of
us-
fitting. I'm getting the gun out of my book. I shoot the ghost.
Yeah, you do. Karis, you see this this fire bolt shoot back You realizing you're now in the middle of a firefight. The firebolt will strike the ghost, dealing the full Monty of damage, 5 points.
Whee! And then
Please aim carefully.
Okay, and then he says, "Ooh, I'm so scared," and then he totally plays it up and grabs Dash's arm.
Oh,
That's it for him. That's all he's useful for is pew pew.
Eli.
Dash, do you know what this thing is? How to use it? He'll gesture to Maggie.
Have I seen something like Maggie before?
Yeah. I mean, you probably would have at some point seen something like that at the XDF.
I've seen them before. I've never had to use one, or rather, it was kind of above me at this point. Why?
At that, I will bring out my my hacking tool and add Dash to the IFF for Maggie.
All right.
Oh.
That'll take an action if you'd like to do that.
Yeah, that's fine.
So mechanically speaking, what this will allow you to do is that you can have Dash, if you would like, you can command Maggie now to have Maggie take their action after you, if you so wish. However, Maggie can only act once per round, so you can't tell Maggie what to do, and then have Eli tell Maggie what to do.
Right. Okay.
But now that you are on the approved users, you can now have Maggie attack. You have to spend a bonus action declaring Maggie to attack.
Okay, got it.
Cool.
It also, can we bring up the actual thing? Taunting Slam.
Okay. Yes. So what I'm actually going to do for Dash.
Yarp. It me.
It's your boy. I mean,
It's me. Your tired boy with back problems.
Why are you talking about my real life? That's really fun. Configuring permission. I have made Snake the owner, and now I shall make Dex bonus the owner saves changes. All right. So, yeah, check this shit out. So not only can Maggie do one of these, but Maggie Slam is one of these. So every time Maggie successfully hits a creature, it'll go for the taunting effect.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. That's the one you guys hacked. Okay, so now you have the approval. So it was an
You
action.
hacked the taunting one? That's so fucking tight.
Here's the
That's
fucked up
great.
part, right? You guys didn't even figure out what the oh, sorry, gang. You guys didn't even figure out what the what the others did. You're just like,
We just wanted the pink eye.
Yeah, I
we wanted the
We
pink eye.
want pink one.
We kind of figured it out along the way a little bit. Like we inferred some.
True, but not when you were trying to figure out which one you wanted to. That one with the pink eye. Yeah.
It was instinct. It was meant to be.
Honestly, yeah,
was.
it's a good one because if you got the green-eyed one, it heals machines, so it really wouldn't have done anything for you guys.
Oh, phew.
Yeah.
Well,
so.
that might have been good for Eli.
Yeah, true. Anyways, you spend your action adding Dash as as an approved user. You have a bonus action and move remaining. What would you like to do, Eli?
I'm going to move up just a little bit, just so I'm not at the stairs in the darkness where I can't see.
Okay.
That'll be me.
Okay. Victor, your house is in ruins.
He's gonna say, why couldn't you just possess the poplar, not the Dalbergia? And then Eldritch Blast.
Oh, that's so fucking good.
Boom.
Okay. 22 hits, dealing 6 points of force damage. You'll see the blast of eldritch energy just almost like form a hole within the spectral servant's chest before the ghastly energy close itself back up. And then you just see this impact on the wall.
Ah! I hate incorporeal beings. That's the end of my time.
All right, Karis.
Karis,
Punch the ghost.
Karis punched a ghost. I am. If I punch with astral arms and I do a taunt, does that work even though it's not the actual weapon making contact?
Oh, I'll allow it.
Cool. I do that.
Okay.
I do that. Point. She's gonna do a taunt, and I keep losing where this is. Okay, here we go. Unarmed strike, first one.
I have placed it so that it is now in order. A 12 is sufficient with the 5 points. It is now considered. You are considered the tauntee. So
Excellent.
all damage needs to be inflicted over to Karis. Otherwise, the ghost will attack at disadvantage. Much like the spiritual, the totem that barbarians get. It's the same effect.
Oh my god, wait, there's some synergy here. The pieces are coming together.
There is. I'm very excited.
Yep.
She looks at the ghost and she's just like, let's see what you can do. And then she does another punchy.
Punchy. All right. I'm just going to do one of these. 10.
I saw it too.
It was me. I just tried to make something lean down. Lean down, go. We don't need you.
Oh, fuck.
10 is insufficient.
Okay.
Swing and a whiff.
And that will be Karis's turn.
All right. Do you have a bonus action that you'd like to do? Oh no, I guess your bonus action.
Yeah,
was your
the second
offhand.
arm. Yeah.
Yarp. Okay, Logan.
I will shoot it again. Why not? That's the game I'm playing. Shooting ghosts.
All right. How long does the Oh, I guess it technically you still get sneak attack as the 5 feet. Never mind. Go
It lasts for
ahead.
1 minute, by the way.
Ah, thank you so
it
much.
It would be all of combat, right?
That's pretty pog. Yeah, it would last 10 rounds. Mm-hmm.
Lovely. Get
That's
shot, ghost.
that's pretty epic. 10 is insufficient.
God damn it, Logan.
It's hard to shoot a ghost. They're incorporeal.
So why did you have to shoot the wall?
What does incorporeal mean?
It means that like they're half like
Oh, quiet in there.
physical, half. You just shut the door on us?
Yeah, that was pretty fucked up.
What a prima donna.
You know what?
Can you-
I'll try not to shoot the walls as much anymore.
Can you
thanks to
open the
that.
door back up, please?
Can you please? We can't see.
It was the ghost. The ghost.
I'll let
did
your
it.
door
It's
on
not-
fire.
It's not my turn, so I can't open it.
Oh my god.
Bark.
Oh, Maggie, you're the best.
Oh, I had the wrong light. I meant to do this. There it is. Bark, bark.
Cute.
Deep fried.
A little pink light.
This is the one I wanted. Okay. Uh-oh. Wait, are we good there?
It's a gamer lights dog.
I can't believe we got the
RG.
RGB one.
Arf, arf.
Archie bark.
Okay.
Archie Bark.
Does that end your round, Logan?
Yeah, that ends it. Glad to help as always.
Super excited about this. The ghost. Let me show you a thing right here. Okay. Sinks into the carpet.
Yeah.
Get him, ghost.
I don't know why that was so funny. Yeah.
He's leaving.
Classic ghost bullshit.
And then the carpet comes to life.
Excellent.
Initiative roll for the carpet. Dash, it's your turn.
They closed the door on us.
A sudden gust blows the door open.
Yay!
Damn it.
So important question.
Yes.
Is the ghost still taunted by Karis?
No longer. The ghost is transformed into a different creature.
Boo. Okay. I'm going to. Okay. Can I do? Snake, are you okay with me using Maggie? Since
Yeah,
you gave
go
me
for
the since you gave me the wheel. Okay. I'm gonna do these out of order if that's okay.
What's
Dash is
that?
gonna like do Maggie first. Is that okay?
It has to be at the end of your round. So
Shoot.
yeah, I
Okay.
apologize. And as a bonus action, you tell Maggie what to do, and at the end of your round, Maggie does it.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's fine. So, as his bonus action, he's gonna pat Maggie on the head, say, "I really need you to go in there and help out Karis, okay?" And I'm gonna send Maggie. And can she go 30?
Yeah, Maggie can move. Maggie's movement speed is 30 feet.
Great. So she can come up here and get next to Karis.
And do some barks, absolutely.
And do some barks. Great. And then Dash is gonna do his reassuring help action, and say to Hellebore, "I've got you guys covered, so keep shooting." I guess I don't know how magic works. That's his turn. He's gonna help Hellebore and then have Maggie
Okay.
get in there and chomp.
Awesome. So at the end of your round, you'll see Maggie just bark, and then go in there.
I'm a good dog.
And then do a big old bite or a big, huge slam against the carpet. A 16 is
Whoa.
sufficient, dealing
Yeah,
5
good
points
dog.
of
Good
damage.
dog.
Yeah, and gains the taunted ability. All right. Hellebore, it's now your turn.
I turn. I walk over here. I say, Victor, can I hit the carpet?
I always hated that carpet. Destroy it.
Great.
Nice.
Okay. I shoot it with fire.
Okay.
I pull a gun out of my book again.
Let's see it. 23 with the help action is sufficient. Dealing 6 points of fire damage. The carpet is now on fire.
Nice.
And then I go back.
Why would you put it on fire again? Why?
Hey, listen, I asked.
All right. I think I actually have a nice little effect for this. So I'll do this.
Burn, baby, burn.
Submit changes, and then we are going to say that this. Actually, let me type out what this on fire effect does. Details.
It's not my fault she picked up something flammable.
Never mind. All right. Anyways, yeah.
It was either that or a shot that did no damage.
Oh no, it's all good. It's all good. Okay. Does that end your turn?
Yes.
All right. As the rug of smothering, now currently on fire, tries to wrap itself up a little bit, and it will. Give me a second. But I placed something here. I did. Good. All
Music
right.
is so calming for the combat.
Oh yeah, it's extremely calming. Okay, so you'll kind of see the carpet while this blazing inferno of a carpet. Well, first of all, let me do this. Okay, carpet takes 1 point of fire damage. As it begins to burn and melt away. You will see this carpet just kind of like maneuver its way through everyone. And while it does that, it it seals the doorway behind it.
No one learned how to use doorknobs.
So it's gonna, well, no. So it's not necessarily that the door is closed. It's that this massive carpet is now blocking the entryway.
Covering the door.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you can't see what's happening on the other side. It's going to do a slime attack against Karis, Maggie, Logan, and Victor, but it is going to only, it's gonna have disadvantage on everyone except Maggie. So we'll start with Maggie's roll first. 16 is sufficient against Maggie. That will deal a total of 6 points of damage. In addition, it will do, I'm gonna have to do this manually, 5 points of fire damage. So let's go ahead and slap that on there. I'll also put Maggie's hit points up. Not doing good. Karis, this is gonna be at a disadvantage. A 12 does not break Karis's AC.
Yeah.
Next up is Logan. You just missed that critical hit, Logan, as you do, and it will not hit your armor class. A complete miss. And
Lovely.
then Victor. Oh my God, another crit missed. But I believe a 17 does break your armor class. So
It does. That's a lot of damage.
it's gonna do. Sorry. Oh yeah, I rolled that. 8 points of damage and 1 point of fire damage. I'm just gonna move that up there so that I can do.
That's me, yeah?
Yep, that's 9 points. I've already reduced your.
Oh, sorry.
No, you could.
Fix it.
Already reduced the hit points.
Man, I hope Maggie's okay.
I don't know why that's so funny. Eli. Like everyone just kind of hear just this huge just hit, and then just out of everyone on the other side. I hope Maggie's
Maggie.
okay. Miss Maggie, bro. All right, so this is how we're gonna do this. Oh, I can do this. I'm a fucking. I know.
Yeah,
I know.
you are.
All right. That's what we're looking at. All right. So now, I believe if I do that, you can't see behind the carpet, correct, Eli?
Nope.
All right. Perfect. I did a thing. And I'm pretty satisfied with it. Okay. So, Eli, it is your turn.
A question about Maggie and the Steel Defender feature.
Okay.
So I assume Maggie counts as my Steel Defender. Do I still get like the
No,
repair?
she
Okay.
no, she
She
doesn't.
doesn't.
No.
Okay.
You still need to
That
build your
changes
Steel
things.
Defender. Mm-hmm. What's that? You've
Never
got two
mind.
pets? Yes, you do. You have the ability to have 2 pets. Oh,
You're
one of
really
them is
making
Maggie.
us the group with the most followers, aren't you?
Jack Nicholson Dodd. Absolutely. Once you get your Steel Defender created, yeah, you'll have a Steel Defender and you'll have Maggie. The problem is you can only command one of them at a time with a bonus action, but that is where you can be like, hey, Dash, you command Maggie, I'll command my Steel Defender that I built.
Sick.
All right. Well, in that case, I don't have in my inventory the pistol that I got.
Let me double check on that. Yes, you do.
Why not? I don't have a button for it. That's what it is. Okay, let me go to my inventory.
Let me see why you don't have that. Why you don't have it a button. That is, yeah, I need to figure out why some buttons show up and some buttons do not, but you can actually roll the shard pistol in your character sheet in Foundry, and you'll see the shard pistols at the bottom. And then we'll figure out, probably why. Hold on. I think I might have just figured it out.
Yeah, that added it.
Oh my God, yes, I have to declare that it takes 1 action to use. Yep, now it's in your inventory. Oh man, I'm learning shit.
Finally.
Did you say finally?
I said thank you kindly.
Oh, thank you kindly. I was like,
actually heard it as finally too.
I heard finally. I was like, wow, Snake, I am not used to sass from you. I was like, cut deep. I was like, this was unexpected.
I would never.
All right. Go ahead.
I'm gonna
wait.
shoot this rook.
Don't shoot. For the love of God, don't
Okay.
shoot. Not yet. Because of the I have to do the buff. Okay, now you can shoot. Yes.
Ooh.
So on the other side of the room, on the right side of the carpet, you see a shard bullet just zing and shoot past. I'm gonna roll a d20. Fuck. God damn it. All right.
Uh-oh.
God no. So the carpet's gonna go ahead and take 9 points of damage, and Logan, you're gonna get hit for 9 points of damage as well as it shoots through the carpet, hitting Logan like right in the shoulder. Logan, you've just been shot.
I know. I'm trying to look and see if I don't have any good abilities at level 3. So yeah. Ow!
Owie!
The hell was that?
Okay.
Whoops.
I can imagine looking through the hole and seeing it as well.
Yeah, you see.
Would I
Yes.
Would I know? Because I'm in the room with it. Would I have seen where that bullet came from?
You just saw a hole project out of the carpet and hit you.
It's shooting me with my own bullets! you don't fire at it! It regurgitates them! It shot me! Oh!
Logan.
Oh!
He's so dramatic.
Oh, right in the old body. Oh, I need that.
My body. My tight body. All right, that's your action. You have a bonus action and move remaining.
I'm gonna sheepishly look at the pistol, lower it, and then use the font scrap blade.
All right. You pull out the scrap blade. You're using this as a bonus action?
Bonus, yeah.
Ooh.
Should be force damage.
Hold on one second. You would have to use it as an action to use it as a... So in place of casting a cantrip, which is typically
shit!
an action,
I would have did it in the other order then. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
forgot the order.
Oh no, that's good. Then yeah, keep going then. We'll say one was action, one was bonus action.
Sorry, just for clarification, since Logan is under it,
Mm-hmm.
can we move?
So the way, since we're working on a 2-dimensional plane, the carpet is currently like pressed up against the doorway in the wall. So all you see is like the
Right, I see.
carpet like covering it. So it's not over Logan, as it's kind of more.
So it's more like along
here.
this wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
But we're working on a 2D plane currently.
We're playing
I
the
got
don't
ya.
stab each other through the carpet game.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Yes. So 9 points of force damage as you cast your artificer spell through the the artificer font scrap blade. This bolt. You kind of see like the sapphire just glowing as this bolt of force energy, much like a magic missile, but needs to be aimed and focused, will strike against the carpet as the force will make impact. The carpet begins to slowly batter. Okay. And then you can move if you'd like, or end your turn.
I'll end my turn.
Okay. Victor.
I'm gonna lean down and shocking grasp it. I'm gonna place my hand against it and try and give it a big old zap.
Okay. Let's see it. Ooh, baby, that sure do a good for 6 points of electric damage.
And then I'm gonna move away. Because it does not have reactions now until the start of its next turn.
That it
I'm gonna
don't.
move over. Can I go here in the little corridor? Because he can't fit. Well, I suppose a carpet can slip in.
If you have the movement. Yeah, you kind of just, so the way that you saw this massive carpet, it just kind of like squeezed between everyone and then got over that area. Oh, by the way, I totally apologize. Logan, Karis, would you like to take opportunity attacks as it moves to the other side?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
We can do that on the. Great,
you
yes.
can. Yeah, sorry. Technically, again, 3D plane. So, but
What
yes.
about Maggie?
Maggie would bow wow, and Maggie would, yeah. Maggie would also do one of these, missing horribly.
No.
Yeah, no. Yep, 8 points of damage. That do a hit.
I can't grab my character, by the way.
It's just my pistol, right?
Copying way.
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh, there you go.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you good. Your pistol, I don't think you'll be able to do... Can you do attack of opportunity with ranged weapons? Opportunity attacks with ranged weapons? It would just be at a disadvantage because you're shooting in melee. So I'm gonna press that up. I mean, you still hit. You still hit. All right. I'm gonna do a roll.
I mean, even at advantage or disadvantage with insightful fighting on, I never have disadvantage.
I think you only get sneak attack, right? You don't get advantage on all your hits.
No, it says at the very end against the target, if you don't have an advantage on the attack roll, but not, I don't know what the hell it says. Look, let's pretend I'm right.
My God, he's right. Even if you don't have advantage on the attack roll, but but not if you have disadvantage on it for 1 minute. Okay, so you do have disadvantage on it. And yes, so you still attack as normal. What that allows you to do with insightful fighting, it just allows you to sneak attack even if no one's 5 feet away. Or if
so
you
can
don't have
I
it.
sneak attack on that?
You can't. Wait. You
already
no,
sneak
you
attacked this
can't
round.
because you attacked with disadvantage, which means you can't.
Right, that's fine.
Yeah.
Although technically,
Then should I have disadvantage?
You do because you're shooting in melee.
All right.
You're attacking and you're using a ranged weapon in melee.
Okay.
But you'd still hit, and you still do 7 points of damage, and you don't shoot anyone on the other side, which is pretty awesome.
What if I tried to?
I mean, you're free if you
What?
want to.
When did they do the attack
guy.
opportunity? Was it before I moved?
No, this would have been when it moved. I forgot to say that there's opportunity attacks that can be declared, so I went back in time.
So would I have still been in 5 feet? I would have given him sneak.
You are correct.
He already used his sneak attack this round. Is the
No, he
issue.
didn't because he missed.
I thought he did. Oh.
Sneak attack technically is also once per turn. You can apparently use it twice.
That's bullshit. I don't like that.
Pretty mad.
I mean, I still allow it, but yeah, I still want to declare how much I don't like that. So yes, you did. Yes, so that is correct. You can use sneak attack as a reaction, but you also didn't use sneak attack this round because you missed. So yes, you may roll sneak attack, Logan. The jury, after a much deliberation, yes, you can absolutely use your sneak attack. That's some good damage. Oh, baby. All right, Victor, you run across the side over there. And then at the end of the round, because the rogue has taken enough damage, you'll see the rug just sort of, still on fire, by the way. It'll just fall down to the ground as the ghost flees, leaving it, unable to hold the form within the carpet anymore, ending the combat.
I knew it. This thing always runs.
Absolutely.
Let us
Karis is
kill
immediately
you.
Karis is immediately gonna go over to Logan and check on him.
He's
You all
bleeding
right?
profusely.
I am shot, but thank you for asking.
Do you have potions?
I open the door. Can I open the door?
Oh, the door's already been opened. Yeah, the carpet fell down.
Can't see.
It's not. We can't see shit.
Oh, my apologies. It's because I drew a wall there, so that way you got the illusion. Yes, you can open it.
Okay.
This carpet, by the way, is still on fire. If you,
I
if you
press the digitation
Oh, it's
out
still-
immediately.
yeah.
Okay.
So you removed the fire. The carpet is burnt, filled with bullet holes. As you see a bleeding Logan in front of you, bullet wound over to the shoulder.
Dash will use lay on hands.
For how much?
How much can I do? Let's see. I've got 15 now. How much are you missing? I assume more than 15.
Quite. I mean, 15 will be sufficient. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Dash will come in and put a hand on him and be
Do
like,
you have 15
Uh-huh.
max?
15 max. Yep.
I would save one. Because if someone goes down in the next fight.
Okay, so I'll use 14 and leave one. Is that what you're saying?
Otherwise,
Yeah,
if
good idea.
someone goes down in the next fight, we might not be able to get them up.
Very good
Thank you.
idea. What a smart vampire.
Oh, that's much better. Thank you. Also, point of order, raccoon man in the corner. Turns out my gun does not have disadvantage in melee. I believe we talked about in the beginning how I'd only have this gun, and I have no fisticuffs, if you will. And so, the gun has...
Who's he talking to?
I'm talking to the raccoon in the
I
corner.
see it, I
Do you
see
not
it.
see the raccoon?
Is he crazy or am I
Like that.
crazy?
No, that is
It has a
correct. He has
it's looking right at us.
He has a
Eldritch
trait
Blast.
called the gun has a trait called pinpoint. He can attack in melee range without opposing disadvantage. You are absolutely correct.
He's wearing a blue hat. Did none of you see this?
I think you should sit down, Logan.
I was shot. Oh.
Oh no.
Hellebore flowers help with insanity, but also
Bart,
they
Bart.
can poison you.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Dash will go to Maggie and pat her on the head. You did good.
The dog
Eli,
is
Maggie took a hard hit.
Maggie is very happy to see you. Now that you are an approved user, Maggie is loyal to the end. To Master Dash.
This thing is has no soul. It doesn't actually care about you, Dash. Don't become too attached. It's probably going to be destroyed at some point.
I love you, Dash.
That's what they said about my cat, but like, I
Oh,
think
cats don't
Cheddar
have
loves
souls.
me.
That
No,
cat will literally love you forever.
No. Cats don't have souls. Everyone knows that.
He's squinting.
He just
The dog
leaves.
person. I see.
I'm able. Can I use mending on Maggie to bring HP back?
You can.
Oh my goodness, what a good use of mending.
I'll walk over and pat Maggie on the head.
Okay. Okie dokie. Give me 1 second, please.
You shouldn't go off by yourself. To Victor.
Oh, I'm just minding our business over here. But it was sweet of you to care.
It will slowly begin to repair itself.
Karis looks impressed. She's fascinated by it mending.
Oh, chin scratch.
Just a little scratchy. Okay. With the ghost still present in the manor, you are free to continue your exploration.
Making my way downtown.
As you see the diminutive Hellebore pushing through everyone in the hallway.
I hate it here.
Move, I'm gay.
I can't see my hand. Where's my hand? There he is. He lost vision for some reason.
Can I check the door?
Yes. Can you see through, I know I've asked this before. Can you see through, Eugene?
Yeah, I can. If
then
I use
then-
an ability.
Well then I will leave that unchecked. You cannot see through Eugene.
I'm just trying to drag him around and I lose line of sight of vision from him, and then the map is like, sorry, nope, can't see where he is. You gotta get line of sight with him and then drag him slowly.
Sorry, you don't know where he is. Sorry. Okay, here. This is what I'll do. I'll do a little vision radius of 10 feet, so that way you can still kind of see what the boy is up to.
My man.
Is it investigation, by the way?
For the you're checking the door. Yes.
Oh, nat 20.
Oh!
Okay.
Shit.
So, as you approach the door, your hand gently hovering, with that stellar investigation, you notice that the material of the doorknob seems off. Usually the metal of the doorknob would have a sort of reflection, or I guess slight refraction of the light around it, but this one seems dulled. Almost as if the texture is organic.
He's gonna straighten his collar, step back, and Eldritch blast the door.
Oh.
Without telling anyone.
The door will let out a horrific shriek before you just see the bloody chunks of a creature blasted open.
Ew.
Sorry,
Oh.
living door. Anyway, off we go.
What? Wait, I'm sorry. What? Am I dying? Did that just happen?
He just steps in.
You walk into the darkened room to realize that this is the
Ash will come back up and make sure that Eli and Logan aren't left behind.
You enter what is the trophy room.
Kind of stepping away from the rug on the floor. There's only one thing worse than a living rug, and that's a living bear rug.
Can I
Doesn't look
harvest
like
the
this
door?
leads to anything. Maybe we should leave this door closed.
Unfortunately, the door has been completely obliterated. You are free to roll a medicine check, but the DC will be extraordinarily high to see if you find anything of use within the door matter.
I got my bones out. I'm harvesting the door. I'm morbing. Nope.
Nope. Bloody chunks everywhere.
I stick my finger in the door.
There is no door. Oh yeah, you just kind of like poke a chunk that's on the floor.
That's so gross.
Yeah, that's not great.
What's up, Snake?
If I were to ask what is happening down there, would I be disgusted or amazed?
Disgusted.
Little of both. Nothing in this
Right
room.
here.
And I can see at least. Actually, can I do one investigation check in this room?
You
Just to see if there
absolutely.
is anything
You absolutely
special.
can.
It's gonna be really high.
You find nothing of interest. Would you say, as a young boy here in the trophy room, that Victor was not a fan of these dead
Oh, yeah.
carcasses, essentially?
Yeah, he would have been terrified by it. Yeah. Well, just a few things from around the world. Best leave that alone.
Anything useful?
No. Probably best not to be there in case that little ghosty comes back and possesses a tiger's mouth and bites your head off.
That would be great. Then I get to get a new head.
Strange.
Everybody here's so crazy.
Karis?
Karis points at the door and looks at Victor and then steps back.
He's gonna turn and look at Hannibal. Your turn.
You identified the last one.
1 second. Hey! You
I think
guys
I
should come on. You're gonna get left behind.
I think I got lucky. To be honest.
All right, he rolls up his sleeves. I got this!
Oh dear.
I'm not sure if that was a good idea.
With a 10, you spot nothing suspicious about the door.
I kick it open.
Explodes.
Sick!
As stairs descend back down.
Huh.
I'm gonna go to the back where I belong. I scooch my way back through everybody.
Karis sighs and then peeks down. How far down does the stairs go?
It goes down to the first floor.
So this would lead back.
Probably leads to another area we haven't seen yet, though. Do you remember anything, Victor?
Can I do an investigation check in here? If like the implication is like maybe there's a door we missed.
Yeah, absolutely.
And can I also do something to try and have a little reminder?
Yes. You would like to spend one of your, I think you already spent one, correct?
I
think so.
Yeah, so this
Yeah,
would
to
be
break out
Come
the
here,
rock.
light it up
Yeah,
for
so
me,
the-
please.
this would be 2 of 3.
Okay. Yeah, I would use a second one.
Okay.
Can we get some Maggie light in here, please?
Oh yeah. Sorry, hold on 1 second. I'm doing multiple things.
Yeah.
Bow wow.
Let me resolve what Dash is attempting to do with an investigation.
Yeah. Oh, good.
There it is. Nope.
You discover nothing of interest in here.
Can I
Let's see.
roll while I'm in here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I would like to eye for detail.
Eye for detail.
Yeah, let's spot hidden stuff with perception.
A hidden creature or object. Make an investigation check, or uncover or decipher clues.
Yeah.
Or not. As you look around, by the way, you guys are spending many a minute in here as you all are rolling your investigations and perceptions. You continue to stare around and nothing of note. This is a room of hunter's trophies.
Okay.
And then to answer Cicero's question, the stairs descends down into a section of the house that actually is closed off, only able to be entered through the direction that you're going in. Specifically, the room that you're heading into is a medical area where you keep all of where typical like a medical area where if you're injured that you can go to, a small makeshift armory, and a bar.
Something for everyone.
Something for everyone. Obviously not all in the same room. These are different, multiple rooms. But it's a small area. You remember the bar overlooking the courtyard?
I'd relay the information and say, I wasn't really allowed to come down here too often. A lot of grown-up things.
I'd say you're a grown-up now.
Oh, goody. Then let's go have a look.
All right. You would
I
descend
walk
down.
on the side of the wall just in case the stairs are trapped.
Okay. Do you open the door?
I do.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
sorry.
You do.
You enter into a familiar hallway. Familiar because it's the rest of the house has these same hallways. The med bay is over here. The armory is over here, and around the corner is a very nice bar.
I point them out. Perhaps we should look at getting some medical supplies. If they're still here. And the
Have a
armory might
look.
have something nice.
Medical supplies.
I doubt my father kept anything in the realms of your occupation there, Hellebore, but perhaps there's something you might be able to take. Of course, you owe me the gold, right? That's the inheritance. It's
Listen,
entirely
man,
belongs to
I'm
me.
gonna tell you now. I'm gonna put this out in the air. If you have any weird scrolls in here, I'll pay you for them. You got a gold-covered skull in here, I'll pay you for it.
Why would I have a gold-covered skull?
I don't know, man. You got some undead in your house. I'm just opening up the line of communication so that you know that I need a gold skull, and so that is like
Is that
known.
Is it a skull made of gold? Is it golden?
It's like a skull
organically?
dipped in gold would be ideal.
So you could just have some cheap gold. Okay.
I mean, technically, yes. I'm
Maybe
just
that
letting you
is
know.
your
And if you find any scrolls, I will buy them off you. I'm letting this air of communication be free. I'm gonna break into this room in your house now.
Why?
I'm gonna investigate
I
it.
mean, you just have to open the door. Why don't you just let the
roll the
little hand
investigation
thing do
check.
it?
Nothing seems to be off about the door.
Kick the door open.
Do you have to kick it every time?
Yeah.
It's the bisexual way I have to.
I see.
Happy Pride
Yeah,
Month,
that's
everyone.
Oh, fuck yeah, this is my home. What kind of shit this man got?
All right, you begin to tear through. So you can do a quick scan through it, investigation, or you can spend 10 minutes to gather everything you can find in here.
Anybody got investigation proficiency?
Step aside for Logan.
Yeah.
I think Logan and Dash do.
Yes.
Somebody get in here and help me look for stuff.
Oh, don't, Dash, you don't need to. I'll go.
If I find some oxy, I'll give it to you, old man.
Don't do drugs.
Would you assist me?
Yes.
Do you know
I'll
caffeine is
assist you.
technically a drug?
Shut
That's
up.
true.
Stop. It's a bean. It comes from the earth. It's natural.
He walks into the med bay already drinking a cup of coffee. Shut up. Shut up.
Totally natural. Grows in the ground.
You find 2 healing potions and 1 greater healing potion.
Oh my god.
Nice.
No other extra ingredients for.
You would find an herbalist kit to assist in finding various herbs for alchemy, and lol, surgery tools.
Oh, more extra. Hey, Dash, come here.
But I'm watching the door.
Get in here a second.
Maggie, watch the door.
Bow wow.
Oh, it's
Oh god.
dark in here.
Jeez. Oh yeah, it is. He's gonna hand Dash the herbalism kit.
I don't know what to do with this.
Just hold on to it for later. I remember you like camping and stuff, so you're probably better. It's probably better on you than any of us.
Oh, okay.
It helps with like gathering herbs and stuff.
He'll smile. Okay, thanks.
Oh.
Okay, I pat Dash on the head and I give him a greater healing potion. I pat Dash with Eugene because I can't reach his fucking head.
So you're
Sure,
giving
yeah.
the greater healing potion to Dash, is that correct?
Yes.
All
Thank you.
It has been given to Dash.
I will
and-
accept this obvious bias.
Yes.
You are currently holding on to the 2 healing potions as well, which is now reflected in your inventory.
I walk out after I get everything. Anybody need an extra healing potion? Are we good?
Karis looks at Logan. Actually, she can't because he's in the door. Never
Yeah.
mind.
Karis stares at a wall.
In the direction of Logan.
So you need
X-ray
an
vision.
Extra healing potion, old man.
Can I carry one?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure, all right. Probably need it more than the rest of you.
Okay, here you go.
Got shot by a carpet.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry that happened. That carpet. Oh my god.
This is just a normal healing potion?
Yes, I will actually add it to your inventory
Oh.
right now.
Oh, I tried to do it myself, but it wouldn't let me. So
No,
that
no.
explains a lot.
No,
Please do. Please do.
Please do. Okay, and then I'm removing a healing potion from Hellebore.
Take it from me.
Take it from me.
It's okay, I still have 3.
Cicero, you are outside the door of what you can only assume is the armory.
I open it.
Okay.
I can't. Oh, there you go.
You walk into what appears to be a various collection of ornate, mundane armor.
Ah. It's rare that I feel nostalgia, but I think it comes now that I'm away from all that high-tech fancy schmancy you all use nowadays. Look at this stuff.
Looks vintage.
If you wish to investigate the room, you are free to make an investigation check, or you may spend 10 minutes to
I'll do a check.
gather everything.
I'm
Oh,
terrible
I
at
was gonna try.
investigation.
So Kara's just going to spend a minute looking around the room and finds, I mean, that's the same thing that you found. You can't tell heads or tail between it.
I'll give it a go, too.
Excellent.
Nice.
With an 18 investigation, as you sort of look around the room, Yes, while there's a variety of mundane armor here, anything that is light mundane armor is here, along with a simple buckler. As you look, sorry, I'm checking something real quick. These two over here would be two heavy armors. One is Chainmail, the other one is Splint Mail. Over here, ooh, oh yes, you would actually see a well-made cloak that functions as studded leather. However, this one has a bit of a sparkle to it, as this cloak technically counts as studded leather +1.
No.
And then you find it hidden amongst the weapon rack. The weapon rack itself is simple, with a variety of like sharp-edged swords, blades, and weapons. But the one sword you recognize, a sword made for your father, the longsword of Cicero, a magical longsword that can be wielded by anyone of Cicero blood, no matter the weapon training. It technically counts as a longsword +1, but you can wield it as if you were proficient with longswords.
Guy's badass. I'd pick that up and looking at. Huh. This is my father's old blade.
As you feel the weight of the sword, as you hold on to it, you sense that even though the weapon itself is finely made, with just plenty of already power, and you're able to wield it very effectively as a magical weapon, as you kind of feel the magic to it. There is a lot of hidden power within the blade. You feel as if you wield it long enough, you may be able to discover even more traits that are hidden within the sword.
He's gonna look to Karis and say, "You know, when I was a boy, my father let me hold this once, and I could barely lift it off the ground. Now it feels like it's almost like I was meant to find it."
She kind of gives a smile in return and just says, "Well, like I said, you're an adult now."
Right. Feel free to take whatever you want for this room. It's vintage, so it might sell for a little bit. Maybe someone wants to buy something like this. And also that jacket over there, the little cloak. That's rather nice. Absolutely something you want.
She looks at it, picks it up, and says, "This would unfortunately slow me down, but maybe someone else around us can use it." She'll just kind of tote it. She'll take it, but not put it on.
Okay.
Most narcotics are made from plants, actually.
It's true. We helped gather a lot for Dad when we were younger.
Who the fuck is this wiki
There was an old
page
lady.
Dash?
There was an old lady in my hometown, and she made beer out of flowers. So
Did I ever meet her?
I don't know.
Was she the one with the bunions that kept coming in to see
Yeah,
Dad?
she was really cranky. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Time out. Beer out of but it's narcotics? So you're making narcotic beer?
No, separately, but I
no.
can teach you how to make opioids if you want.
I really wouldn't prefer you don't.
I'm just saying, most drugs are natural.
That's true.
Technically.
He's pretty.
Well, not anymore.
It's kind of like how catnip is like the natural drug to cats.
The big city pharmaceutical companies are ruining it. Do you know how much I had to pay for my medication last month? That's why I drink coffee all the time.
Who'd you get the medication from?
I got it from the drugstore.
If you got it from the Xeon Corp, fuck them. They're cheapskates, by the way. Pardon me.
This is what happens is my insurance pays.
Just saying.
Talk to Dash. We all are on the same insurance plan.
Since you brought up Xeon Corp, Summer, would you like a little lore that I think chat would appreciate?
Yes.
The Hellebores fucking hate the Xeon Corp.
Yeah, I figured.
Because they theorize that the Xeon Corp have just shamelessly copied a lot of Hellebore's pharmaceuticals as almost like cheap knockoffs as a launching point to create this large and booming corporation.
Fucking dickheads. Fuck the Xeon Corp.
All right.
We've gone to a doctor.
What did you just say?
Oh, let me tell you about it. You're
Huh?
better off not going. Every time I go, it's another bill.
He pushes fucking Logan out like, what did you just say?
I've never been to the doctor. I've never had to go to the doctor, so I don't.
Oh
He was just mentioning that
my
we're on the
God.
same, but I've never had to use it. I just.
After we are done here, you are getting a checkup from me. Dear Lord.
I mean,
I'm
you know
fine.
they're taking it out of your
I
pay,
don't
right? You might as
care.
well go. If you don't go, you're just losing the money.
What do they? Oh, it's fine. We're in a.
Take it out of your paycheck.
This is a weird place to have this conversation. I
I'm
feel
off
like.
the insurance plan. You're getting checkups.
You don't want to go off the insurance plan. The minute you do that, they're going to hike up your rates.
Are we technically off the insurance plan anyway?
I've got 2 weeks. I'm gonna get. I'm going in for dental. I'm gonna
He's
get my
right, you
eyes
know.
checked. I'm gonna get everything. Are you kidding me?
Morgan
I'm
Freeman.
glad we can
gif.
joke about this now.
He's
Didn't they
right, you
send
know.
a dog to kill you?
I mean, like,
I think they assume you're off the dental plan.
all right, we should probably continue on.
Yeah, you go first in case something in here's haunted.
Eli,
what's up?
you are in front of the locked door of what Cicero explained was the bar.
Eli is just leaning against the wall. He looks tired.
Hey.
Sorry, I don't know what else. I just
someone-
imagine just like Eli reflecting to himself in the corner, just exhausted because Eli is an elderly gentleman. And then Alvor just walks up, hey, and I just see Eli getting even more tired now.
Yeah, he
aside-
pinches the bridge of his nose.
Stop, you come here often?
No.
Oh.
Are we?
What?
Are we going through here? No.
Yep.
I'd go and grab the cloak and just kind of roll it
Did
up.
we check the top door?
the cloak,
Not yet, right?
the cloak is now in Karis's inventory.
Oh, it's the Karis pick up. Sorry, I didn't hear
Yeah.
No, it's all good. All good. Yes, that's the door to the bar, this north door that you're talking about.
You said there was heavy armor down here too, right?
Yes. A set of chainmail and a set of splint mail.
Armor up, lads.
Are you thinking about grabbing that for yourself, or?
Maybe. The wizard in heavy armor?
Did no one pick
God.
the studded armor?
Yes, it was picked up. Karis
Oh, okay.
has it currently. It
Karis
says
has
I
it.
was trying to
And it's
remember
studded
everything that was
armor.
on there.
Studded armor +1 specifically. So
Aww. Okay.
Wait, can Logan benefit?
From studded leather, yes, but it doesn't matter. Take it. You're.
Karis can't
in
use it,
theory,
I don't think.
I literally can't use it. I
Karis
picked it
can't
up
use
so
it,
that it
so-
doesn't get left behind.
Karis
So
is
Karis
I was-
walks out of here, looks at Logan dead in the eyes, and throws it at him. You keep getting shot.
Stop getting shot. Logan.
Right.
Logan, if you equip the armor, your AC becomes a 16. Originally, it was a 15.
I equip it.
Yeah.
Nice.
You drape upon what essentially is this sort of like dark purple, like very heavy cloak with a hood. And now that is what you're wearing currently.
Lovely.
Kara shoots him a thumbs up.
Ugh, I feel like I'm going to a soiree.
At least you'll be alive to do it.
Ha ha ha. Oh.
Eli, are you You see you're by the corner of the door. Is anyone going to attempt to open/investigate the door?
I'll reach out.
Okay. You reach out. Are you just opening the door?
I mean, I'm seeing if it's locked.
It is not locked. As you touch the door handle.
I'll look back at everyone and wait for confirmation that we're all ready.
Ready.
Karis nods.
Dash will move to the front. I'll go first.
After you.
I give 3 thumbs ups.
Would he investigate? No, he would assume that was done already. He'll open the door. And walk in.
You walk into what appears to be a very old bar. Various kegs and cups decorate over here to the north. And then behind the bar that you can actually open and enter over here, you see a variety of other kegs back there, including a fine bottle of wine. You can only assume, I mean, unless you investigate further to see if it's something of recent, that this wine has been here, aging for hundreds of years. It may have some value.
Ooh. Cicero, if your ghost possesses a keg, I'm not gonna shoot it.
Good.
I'll think about it, but
Yes.
I won't.
It's better to die than to lose that wine.
You will also see, as you walk in with Maggie, what appears to be, over here, some more blueprints.
Not my area. Goes behind.
Karis will look at it.
Okay. As you stare, you'll kind of see a map of the manor once again. Over to the east, in the base room, you'll see a room of antiquities, sort of like a room of collections, over by the entryway from where you came. You will notice a circle over by the room of antiquities, and kind of see something written where it says guest quarter ? You'll kind of see as the blueprints go on, it opens and it kind of continues on through a variety of hallways. You'll then see a sort of a study, like what's labeled a study in one of the rooms. And you'll see another circle placed around the northern wall. It's the same kind of style and circle that showed the secret wall that was built downstairs to bring you over here.
I pick up the
Just
bottle of wine,
leaves
by the way.
these lying around.
Brett, what was the wine again? Because I'm going to go and pick that up straight away.
As you pick it up, it's familiar. It's part of a wine that your father used to make.
He kind of blows out and goes, I snuck in once and drank this. Best we save it for later.
Many
That way.
centuries old. You believe you could probably part with it for a very handsome price to a collector.
Okay. He pops it away very carefully, wraps it around some clothing.
Okay. I shall add onto your inventory old Cicero wine.
Pinot Grigio.
Pinot.
Get me some of that PG.
The fuck up.
The room itself seems that someone has shuffled around here before. Maybe once a long time ago.
Wow.
Now that you have thoroughly explored this section, you're free to return back all the way to the entryway if you'd like, since there's nothing more to discover here.
So wait, this blueprint, like out of character, above board. This blueprint, do we know what room it is that it's shown us?
Yes, so it's kind of like gone off into the eastern direction. The blueprints kind of suggests that this house was about to go through a
reno.
Exchange.
No,
Gotcha.
renovation. Yeah, exactly.
We followed a clue to another clue. We're Scooby-Dooing this shit.
I love it. Okay.
Hell yeah.
So what you're saying is we can now
Fast travel
fade to
back
black,
to the
fast travel
yeah.
back to okay. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Karis is
mean-
gonna take the blueprint with, in case we get lost.
I mean, unless you'd like to manually walk back. I mean, I don't want to ruin your experience, of course.
We're hardcore our peers.
We're
I know.
playing I Spy Spooky Mansion.
I spy spooky mansion.
Yeah.
Okay.
I spy an angry ghost.
Okay, just moving some stuff around. All right.
No.
So,
The kegs.
No.
so you'd like to return back to the entryway. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Yes.
After backtracking through the dining way and everything that you've been through, you return back to the entryway, where once again you are greeted by the statue of what Cicero has stated as his father. The Antiquity Room is over to the west if the blueprints say what is true. But then there's also these two doors, which I've explained, I think, in the past, that leads out to the courtyard. Where would you like to go?
Karis would be most curious about where the blueprints are pointing, honestly.
Okay, so you'd like to go into the Antiquity Room, is that correct?
I think so.
Yeah.
All right, investigate the door or open it up. Investigations take a minute as you make the check. Or if you'd like to be thorough, 10 minutes. However, please keep in mind that this opens you to danger if there is roaming threats.
Can I help with the investigation since that's my vibe?
Absolutely.
Who's actually good at investigation?
I mean, in theory, it's supposed to be the only thing I'm good at, but my roles tell a different story.
I see.
I think it's me, Logan, and Eli are probably the best.
Logan,
'cause
midlife
I have, like, a
crisis,
-1.
Horn. Well, I leave it up to you. Who will investigate the door? A silence falls over the entrance.
I'll do it.
I'll
I need to win. I need to win. Shit. Let's go.
I will assist.
Maybe it'll start like a cascade of good rolls.
Well, talk to that damn raccoon in the corner.
He's crazy.
I think you need to see a doctor after this.
I'm a doctor.
I got shot by a rug. You're damn right I need to see a doctor.
I'll give you a check, pat.
All right, Logan,
Gee,
give me that
thanks.
investigation check. With the assist roll, you roll a 15. Nothing is out of the ordinary with this door.
I'll open it.
Inside, you walk into what appears to be a well-maintained room of ancient antiquities, old relics, archaeological items, either collected or found over the past century.
Look at all these bones.
Is this a window or a door?
That is a window.
Okay.
As you look outside the window, darkness falls into what appears to be an outer garden area. The blueprint suggests leaving the antiquity area to head over to the guest quarters. Or, my apologies, not the guest quarters. The main quarters of the house, where the master would sleep. The master
Gotcha.
and boy.
What kind of bones are here?
You are free to roll an investigation check or a history check.
You can't put bones in front of me and expect me not to. Alright, I'll do history.
Okay. The bones itself appears to be of ancient creatures that have long since been extinct upon Io's world. Old monsters that old heroes used to fight. These bones would probably be worth quite a pretty credit to the right collector.
I don't care about collections. I care about creation.
Hellebore,
What?
come over here.
Lay. Are we dooring?
She just kind of like ushers you closer.
Yeah.
She jabs a thumb down the hall at this skull on the table.
Oh my god!
Figured you'd like that.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
You're free to roll an investigation or history check.
Logan, get over here and assist me.
Another minute will be spent. You've been in this room for 1 minute so far.
What are you doing exactly?
I'm investigating the skull.
It appears to be a skull.
Holy shit, I don't need your help.
All right. Well, this has been fun. He turns around and just walks away.
As you investigate, the skull seems to be that of, funny enough, a halfling.
No.
Cries inside.
What's up with the rocks around it?
It is rocks. As you kind of look, it seems to be that of some ancient ruins. 1 moment, please. I have to look something up. I have to go back. I
Back
have
to
to
the
go
past.
back. I do have to go back in the past, actually. The rocks themselves appears to be of ancient ruins. You would notice the ruins itself to be druidic in nature. The rocks, as if they were part of some sort of like ancient druid ruins.
Is there any like
Cries.
labeling or inscriptions here?
As
To
you
like label what this area is?
yes, as you continue to investigate, there is a name. Sorry, I'm checking what the name is, because it has been some time, but I think I will find it, and it will be awesome. This one? This one? Oh my gosh. I want to make sure that I have this right. It's not this one. Not that one. Yes. The name is simply labeled Ushi Aerolith.
Wait.
That wasn't your dad, was it?
Wait.
I met him.
Wait.
I think I met him.
I think my sound cut out for a second. What did it say?
Ushi Aerolith.
Wait.
I mean, that makes sense with the druid stones.
No.
I never did get to tell you that your dad said hi.
No. I know.
Fuck, I forgot. Cicely never got to meet Kyron. I never got to be like, hey.
Yes,
Close like 3 different times.
Ushi Aerolith is the name of Kyron's father.
Cries. No.
It was very nice. I think I shot him like
What the
5 times. I'm sorry. I think I shot your dad like 5 times.
What is he doing in here?
Wait, I'm distressed now.
Hey, Cicero, can I have this?
That, I believe, is a prize artifact from a time long ago.
That's not a yes or a no.
Can we come back to it? Perhaps there are many skulls out there. Perhaps some which are worth a lot less in gold.
But I want that one.
I understand that, but at the same time,
100 gold right now.
200.
Deal.
Deal.
All right, let me.
I
go.
give him 200 credits. I take the skull and I put it in my bag.
All right. 200 credits has been deducted from the Hellebore account.
Masae's about to have some player bleed and just steal that.
I'm distressed.
I have big plans for you. I say, looking into the eyes of the skull.
Oh my god.
Big plans, my dear.
Something within Karis is like, don't you dare destroy that.
You're like my old pal. I knew you well.
Cicero's gonna
Hey.
step back towards Dash and
What's
lift
up?
up the credits and go, are these like gold?
You use them for money.
And they
It's-
are the equivalent.
Yeah.
Is this a lot?
Oh yeah, that's a lot.
It's gonna walk back.
You fool! You've been played. All right. You are currently in front of a door.
So I gotta put this in my notes. Kyron's dad's head.
Don't.
That's fine.
I'm so distraught.
There's
Oh,
a lovely little display here showing how great a man he was.
oh my god.
I'm sorry. I did shoot him like 10 times though when I fought your
I
dad.
know you
I still
did.
feel kind of bad about that.
I was there. I was watching.
I was like, bam, this is Kyron's dad.
To be fair, Kyron didn't really like her dad too much. She probably would have shot him herself, so...
I never got to tell her that her dad loved her.
I'm so sad about that, dude. That's like
We
the
never got
worst
to
loose end.
meet. Oh god.
Dude. That's like the worst loose end.
I only met you as Leask. I didn't meet you as Sicily. Oh.
All right. So there is a door behind you. Would you like to investigate or open?
Garrett's open it.
Yep.
Just remember that you're the one that showed me that skull.
I can't believe that I actually was the one to be like, hey, get over here. Look, skull. Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right. You are over in what appears to be a somewhat outside area. It kind of functions a little bit as a greenhouse. As you look above, the entire area is covered with a glass ceiling. While in the southern Ishtar region, it is cold and snowy, typically all around, because of the energy that is surging within the shard crystal as energy is transferred around the keep. It keeps the area nice and warm, so you get a lovely little area of nature within this this frozen wasteland.
Come on, Eli, we gotta go.
Eli, what are you doing?
I've been staring out the window at whatever the heck this thing is that's
Yeah.
glowing.
That's the shard crystal that I mentioned just now.
Peaks.
Peaks. A door is been given to you or is presented to you at the north. What would you like to do, Kyron? Or not Kyron?
I'm dying.
Karis, what would you like to do?
to open this door.
Stop. All right. So you open the door and you end up into the main cloister of the area of the manor.
Dash nature. Points outside.
Kyron.
Look
Mark.
Yeah, Kyron walks into the main cloister. Is anyone following?
Yeah, I'll keep behind her.
I'll push Logan out of the fucking way.
I'm going in, guys. Let's go.
Stop.
Oh my God.
Call me Kyron again.
I did. Did I say Kyron? God damn it. All right, Karis. Sorry, I'm trying to keep you guys moving because we're running out of time.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Karis goes in and you begin to see a collection of hallways.
Come on, guys, hurry up.
Stop. I will
Is there any
stop this session.
Let's go out.
I follow.
fine.
All right, everyone, let out your phase 2 characters now. Just get it out of your system so we can move forward.
Really, you're all insufferable. Will you just go through the door?
Did
You know what, taking forever.
Praise Leviathan.
All right, and
Like
we're
in 2 episodes.
I played the Leviathan.
and we're done. And we're done. Now everyone that is
God.
and now that everyone's entered phase 3 who has never seen a phase 2 campaign is confused as fuck. We press on. You are
Hey,
now
go watch phase 2. They
Yeah,
were good
go-
characters.
Yeah.
They were good characters. You enter the main cloister of the manor.
I quickly scan for herbs that I can use.
In this area, okay. Go ahead and make a nature check, please.
I'm speeding.
It'll take a minute for you to do.
God,
so.
I'm rolling hot today.
As you look around the area, most of the plants themselves are a little bit synthetic in nature. Not a lot of them seem original and they're only for decoration. However, you do manage to find 2 herb materials, which allow you to create basic common potions, like potions of healing for later. I shall add that
I
to your
yoinked
inventory.
them. Actually, no, I make Dash yoink them. This is a learning experience.
A yoink.
Dash that one and that one. I point at them.
That
Just
one,
crush them in my hand.
You gotta be
This one?
gentle.
All right. As you continue your navigation, Karis, you may continue since you are the head of the party. 2 herbs have been added to Hellebor's inventory.
Thank you.
Nice.
You begin to walk through a very narrow hallway. As you
Oh.
follow the blueprints, Karis, you realize that you are about to approach the study that was described about before.
Karis is gonna start stepping lightly at this point. Can I just roll a general stealth?
Yes,
And,
you
like,
can.
Peek around. All
You
right,
roll-
she just keeps walking.
All right. As you walk through the hallway, you approach to what is the study area. A door presents itself to you over to the east. What do you do?
Come along,
Karis?
everyone.
Karis moseys.
Okay. As you mosey on,
Got there.
Karis, you get close to the door. What are you doing? Are you investigating or opening the door?
Investigating.
Okay. Sorry if I'm being a little rushy, guys. We have 20 minutes
No,
left of
that's
this
good.
session.
Yeah.
As you open the door, you present yourself into what appears to be an ancient, not really so much ancient, what appears to be a keep. Or not a keep, a study of some sorts.
Anything?
While the room
sorry.
itself appears to be ancient in nature, a lot of the books, along with the furniture, appears to be more recent. This is also the room where it was mentioned in the blueprints that a door was over there to the north.
It's in here somewhere.
Well,
If it's similar to before, then we might be able to
Down there.
open up a new area.
well, the classic then would be to pull out the books until you find one that's loose, you know.
True enough.
Everyone, get pulling.
You
Just
can roll.
start testing them.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check at advantage while you're within the study. So Karis, as you look around, and you begin to pull the books, you notice that one of the stones here appears to be loose, just like the previous wall. You begin to watch as Cicero is just
Any
pulling
moment
books
now, I'll find
back
it.
and forth, looking
It's
for
one
the
of these.
secret. just
Careful.
books scattering over there. Karis, as you push the stone in, the wall
Oh, I did
just
it.
opens up immediately. Cicero's like, ooh.
I told you.
Logan,
You sure
as
did, Cicero.
Logan, as you look down this hallway, you just kind of see like just a small ancient table over in the back. It's safe to assume that new rooms were built over where the main cloister of the manor would be. Karis, as you open the door, the air seems to get heavy.
Ooh.
Is anyone else going inside of the study?
Yeah.
I'm staying at the back always, so
Okay.
as long as everybody else goes in,
Sounds good.
I just refuse to leave anybody on their own at the back.
Karis, you enter a room which has not been disturbed in quite some time.
Can I do a perception to see if there's anything like particularly weird or out of place in here?
You can do an investigation.
Oh, okay.
As you
Oh,
look
hell yeah.
around the area, you feel very safe within the room. All that's here is a door to the east.
Interesting. I don't remember this room.
Is this new for you?
I think so.
Victor, this is actually the main cloister of the house that seems to have been sealed off. This is where you and your father would have slept.
Kind of looks down. It's strange. No, it is familiar, but it's different.
While the rest of the manor seems to have been well upkept, this is what you would have expected the Cicero Manor to look like after 200 years. Once again, Karis, there is a door over to the east. What would you like to do?
Logan,
Go by
Logan,
it,
go
but
forward, please. I'm begging
she'll wait
you.
for everyone to. She'll wait for everyone to arrive before opening it.
I gotta wait for Grandpa.
Logan,
like to
I didn't intend to go. I was gonna explore this weird hallway.
Logan, please give me an investigation check.
Yeah.
Okay. Just to repeat what I said before, it seems that this area had more rooms built. The strange hallway over here is just simply a remnant of where this new study has been placed. You find nothing unusual within the hallway.
Yeah, right.
Karis, are you investigating or opening the door?
Well, since we're waiting for the slow pokes,
We're coming.
Nice.
Hot damn.
Nice. She's on a
Hell
roll
yeah.
now.
Nothing appears to be wrong with the door or trapped. You're able to open it up safely.
All right. Karis will open the door.
Stairs descend
God.
underneath the earth.
Of course.
She will slowly descend.
Okay.
Oh, God, why? God, why?
Under
It's
the door.
spooky.
Under the door to the south. Investigate or open.
I say just go for it.
Open.
You walk in as ancient ornate stone can be felt underneath your feet.
Do you recognize this, Cicero?
Do I, Brett?
Cicero, this would be where your father and you would have slept. Certain areas of the room had various storages, but also this was a link over to the family morgue, where bodies would be prepared before they would be buried off into the courtyard.
I
More.
relay that. It's
Considering what we fought earlier, I'm a little wary of that. She'll open the door.
God, I love your house, Cicero. You got a morgue and everything.
it was always rather nice.
Ornate statues decorate the room. There's a
I
door
can't move
over.
Maggie, I'm sorry.
A door. There is a door to the west and a door to the north.
Anything that the blueprints show?
The blueprints ends once you open
okay.
the study.
Do you want to open that door and open this one at the same time?
All right.
Karis opens what appears to be an ancient closet.
Nothing here.
And Cicero opens a suspicious room.
A lot here. Oh, well, a lot of nothing, but
Can I investigate the closet?
You're free to do so. It will
I
take a
would
minute of
love-
time while people navigate through the house.
Okay,
And they will not be waiting for you, it seems.
that's fine.
After spending a minute within the closet, you find nothing of note or interest. Is everyone walking in this room during Logan's investigation?
Oh,
would've
I'm
stayed
going
behind
back.
for Logan.
Y'all can keep walking.
Yeah, it is a minute, unfortunately.
I think I would look at like what these statues are depicting.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Feel free to roll an investigation.
God, I'm rolling hot today. Let's go.
The statues themselves seem to depict 4 Mammarats, a race that originates over in the hellscape, the sun that is in your sky.
I remember.
Okay.
Demons, all of them.
As Karis and Cicero walks into the room, the door immediately, before the bolt follows,
Oh,
shuts. Cicero and Karis, you begin to see the walls shifting as it begins to close in. From behind the door, everyone else can just hear the sounds of various mechanisms as you begin to hear the wall begins to close in. Karis and Cicero,
Oh God.
you have 3 actions you can take before you're crushed by the walls.
Oh
Can we
God.
take actions out here?
You can. I will have to wait for Cicero and Karis first to do their action, and then you guys can take actions. Cicero, what would you like to do? Or would you like to defer to Karis?
I think he's going to immediately Eldritch Blast the top door first.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that Eldritch Blast. As you blast the door, the stone door seems to dent in. You'll have to spend more time blasting it away. Karis, what would you do?
Karis punches the door.
All right, give me an attack
Well, of
roll,
course.
please.
That's all she knows how to do, man. She don't
Hey.
got anti-magic except ghost arms.
So your Arms of the Astral Self, how long would that last? A minute? 10 minutes.
10
it has
minutes.
it has definitely been longer than 10
Yeah.
minutes. You no longer have that active.
I don't think she'd even use her astral arm. She'd just use her big ol' muscles.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Would that? Okay. no,
That
never
would be
mind.
an unarmed strike.
No, I see that.
As you go to punch the door, you barely make impact as you are unable to break through the armor class of the door. Outside to the south on the other end, Eli, you hear the machinations from within. As it sounds like something is closing. What would you do?
Can I speak as a free action?
Oh, absolutely.
What's going on in there?
It's closing in.
The walls are, well, closing on us on the sides. We're likely to be crushed.
Eli, what do you do?
Get back. I'm going to first blast with the scrap blade. Fun blade.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll. As you point the door open to the wooden door, the wooden door just splinters and shatters as you begin to see the wall slowly closing in.
Over here, hurry. Eli, I'll move.
Okay. Dash, are you doing anything this round?
If you got the door open, then
Okay. Hellebore?
I don't think so.
Ooh, I love fun houses, and he collapse.
Okay. During the second round, you'll begin to see the walls continue to shift. Cicero, what are you doing?
I think he's gonna move towards the open door. But I think he's gonna use his action to grab the carpet and pull it away to see if there's anything underneath, like a hole or like the mechanisms themselves or anything.
So as you grab the carpet and begin moving around in the hopes to find some sort of mechanism, you seem to recall, just faintly, just briefly, protections that were built within this area to keep you and your father safe during the evening, just in case some unfortunate invaders were to wander into the house. If you have any actions left, you can bypass the puzzle with that action to recall how to bypass this.
Not yet.
Okay. As you pull the carpet back, you will go ahead and see in the open spot at the center of the floor what appears to be various gears moving around. The carpet keeping that covered.
Okay.
The
Is that my
gears
action to move it?
are rickety. I'll allow it to be a bonus action as part of your movement to like grab the carpet and pull it back to reveal that.
And then he is going to grab his sword and jam it straight into the gears.
As you stab straight into the gears, the magical blade, correct? Any mundane weapon would easily snap by the strength of the gears turning. But the magical blade, the sword of Cicero, is able to remain stalwart as it functions as a jamming thing. You begin to hear the snapping and breaking of gears as the walls immediately revert back to where they were before. And you hear the sounds of the door to the north unlocking. And I guess what would be to the south as well, but that door has been long since shattered in. The door will open with a slow...
Good work, guys.
Big sigh of relief.
Around this time, Logan has finished his investigation.
Oh, did I miss anything?
You got stuck in a trap.
Yeah, there was a... It's fine. Everything's okay, I think.
Yes,
I
it
don't
appears
hear
okay.
switching, so it sounds good.
Kados, could you, he looks down to his sword. I don't think I can pull it back up.
Karis will come by and kind of hesitate because she doesn't want to pull it out and have it start back up again. But she'll yank it out because she heard all the snapping. As
you pull the sword, you almost feel very clumsy with the blade. I mean, you've played around with weapons and swords at a variety of time, but as you pull it out, the sword itself seems to have a heavy weight to it that would have it so that you would wield it ineffectively. But you still do manage to pull it out of the gears.
She looks at it, looks at Cicero, and says, "You have more muscle than you look like." And she'll hand it over to him. That's a heavy sword.
Interesting. Yes, I've been a lot of prison workouts.
Of course.
A lot of work in the yard.
Lots of push-ups, I imagine.
Oh, and all of the other ones that your muscular people do. It's safe now, everyone.
Yeah, as Cicero gets the sword back, it's just light as a feather in your hand.
Karis tilts her head at it, but kind of dismisses it.
Interesting. I walk on the hallway.
Okay. As you walk to the north, everyone does so as well, yes?
Yeah, well, I'll move.
Yeah.
Okay. Feel free to move to the north.
God damn it, Eugene!
Eugene.
Eugene can't move through walls.
There's a door here too. She'll motion over to this direction.
To the north, you're erased with 2 more hallways.
Karis will open this.
Cicero, you recognize this as your father's room, or once what was.
He doesn't go inside. He just takes a step back.
What's that?
What's that? That's an old bed, an old destroyed bed.
Oh, okay.
All right. We have to. I'd like to wait for Dodger on this before we continue.
Oh, okay.
We are approaching time, but we are approaching the wrap-up point. But I would like all players present before we get to this point.
Yeah. It's spooky.
How's everyone enjoying the session so far?
It's really good.
Good.
It's spooky.
Good.
I love your house. There's so much dead shit in it.
Thanks.
Vibe with that.
We might go a little over time depending on when Dodger gets back, if that's all right with everyone.
I'm okay with it.
It's
Perfectly
okay.
fine.
Okay.
You know, when the walls started closing in, I was just like,
Yeah.
I could have been down.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, normally I would just resume without her, but since
That's
we're
okay.
Yeah, since we're
Yeah.
approaching
Yeah,
time.
it's
It's
fine.
fine. We're fine waiting.
Okay, good.
You could prep the fan up. I don't know if that would interfere with your current display though.
It would. But that's okay. And there really isn't much prep to do when it comes to the fan art.
What did
Yeah.
Logan find in that closet?
Logan found literally what appears to be just this. Yeah, it's just like old, like that. It appeared as if the house had been moved out of a long time ago, and so the closet itself is empty. It's just the wreckage and ruins and breakings of various wood pieces. So. Boop 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 ba-doo. Hopefully Dodger will be back pretty soon. I'm very excited for the. Oh, it might be. Ooh. Well, maybe it'll be 5 minutes. That should be okay. Do you guys want to get any drink of water or go to the bathroom while we wait?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and do that real quick while we wait for Dodger.
Do a quick potty break.
I'm excited. I get to talk to an artist soon.
What are you talking to an artist about?
I'm getting a chibi 2D live model for Piper because I want to do a fun Halloween special.
Oh, cool.
And it's gonna be dumb.
Okay. So wait, you said a Halloween special?
Yeah.
Do you think it's gonna take time, or are you doing like early Halloween?
Oh no, I'm just prepping shit real early in advance because I have dealt with deadlines before and I'm just like, never again.
Never.
So I'm getting everything very far ahead of time now.
Never again. Never again will I deal with deadline. Okay, I can actually get this prepped while we wait for Dodger.
Oh, whoa.
Hi. We are still waiting for Dukes.
Okay.
Did anyone else want to go to the bathroom?
No, sir.
Okay. Let me do something like it.
We should do character Q&A like when Dodger's like, what's everyone's favorite sandwich?
Hey, what's everyone's favorite sandwich?
I was gonna say drink this time.
What's everyone's favorite drink in character?
Ooh.
Alcoholic or not?
Either.
I think either would be pretty good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Eli likes juice, orange juice.
That's a good choice.
I don't know why that's cute.
I was gonna say OJ and amaretto. He's got a sweet tooth.
Wait, like together?
Yeah, OJ and amaretto alcohol, very good.
I've never.
Amaretto.
That's an interesting combination.
Yeah,
that I've
that's a
never
weird
considered.
combo.
It's very good. It's very tasty if you like sweet stuff.
Mm.
Amaretto and OJ, delicious.
Karis's would be whatever the IO equivalent to Gatorade is.
Nice.
Just a nice little sports drink.
Yeah, whatever replenishes them electrolytes, you know, gets it in like the IO vending machines, and she's just like chef's kiss every single time. Every time she gets one, the first sip, she always physically does a chef's kiss and then finishes the drink in one gulp. Canon.
I'd say let's wait a couple more minutes, and if Dodger's still out, I think we're gonna have to continue.
Okay.
If I didn't have a session in an hour, I'd be down just wait as long as it takes, but I want to make sure we got plenty of time for the fan art as well.
Okay.
I hate to do that, but I might not have a choice in this one, unfortunately.
Dodger, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Send us a sign. I know you have wireless headphones now.
Dodger's a good mom. I don't think it reaches all the way to,
Oh, it reached outside for her, so.
Oh, maybe. Well, if Dodger, if Dodger can hear, that would honestly solve everything.
What if we just pretend Dodger can hear?
Yeah.
What if we all just pretend? We're already pretending.
Yeah.
I am here, sorry.
Yay!
Yeah.
Dodger, when you walk away, are you usually wearing your headphones or no?
I couldn't that time because my kid was trying to talk to me.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. So we're going a little over, but fortunately this should probably only be another few minutes. So yes, you have, as Karis looks on into what appears to be the ruins of, as Cicero knows it, his father's room. But Karis may not know that as well. Father! What do you do?
The game is still paused, by the way, so we can't move.
Unpaused.
Danke.
You're welcome.
We should maybe leave that room. Maybe we could just close the door to that room. It's likely just another closet.
Is there a problem?
No, it's just a dead end, most likely. It was an unused room.
Insight. Well.
Yeah, can I do ear for deceit, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. Absolutely. You want to do a deception check there?
And I'll do a disadvantage.
Oh. Karis is like, he cool.
He's fine. Nothing's off.
Logan, you can, for the first time, maybe amusingly to you, I don't know how exactly you take it, but there is fear in Victor's voice.
Where is this boy? Where is this? There he is. He gets up real close. Like, are you sure?
Positive.
Karis will close the door just because she was asked to. But she doesn't think anything's wrong. That's fine. Hunky-dory, whatever.
So if I were to open this door, like so, and just walk on in,
Logan.
that'd be okay with you or no?
Fine. By me?
But I'm just going to, and he like places 1 foot in. I'm just going to. Are you sure?
So antagonistic.
There's nothing in there, Logan. We should
I
continue.
guess I'll go find out. He just steps in.
Logan, as you walk in, please give me a wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
Sorry, dude. That's some karma right there. That's a karma roll.
Logan, flashes of, you don't know what you're looking at, but you feel disturbed as rapid imagery of a scene that you don't understand painted out echoes off into your room, off into this room. While you are in this room, you are considered frightened of everything that is within this room. And then, as one final flash, you see something that I'm going to message to you, since it is a secret.
I love this stuff. Please do.
I have messaged it to you. Something tragic happened.
Well, that's
in
not
this
what
room.
I want.
Oh, no.
Jesus Christ.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Logan panics for the first time, like, back paces. Can I get out of this room?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, he like stumbles out and yeah, like falls to the ground kind of over here, panting and like sweating and like totally terrified.
Ash will kneel down next to him. What's wrong? What happened?
Yeah, and he like backs up back towards where the door was.
Whoa.
Victor's
Hey.
gonna get up in his face now. What's wrong, Logan? You seem terrified.
Can I? Oh boy, can I ask you a
Holy
question, Brett?
Yeah.
I'm gonna message it to you.
Yeah. What you saw was a memory, not nothing new is the best way to describe that.
Sure.
Victor's getting a good slurp right now.
Don't call it that, man. Don't call it.
Would you say Victor, when he says that, he's antagonistic but also has the same fear in his face?
I would say in this moment, all his fear went away as he is just like, it's almost like predatory instincts of like an animal, just like seeing the fear. The Victor kind of disappears behind it.
Let me see.
Does that make sense, Brett?
Let me see. There.
Victor's so morbed up right now.
Stop this. Aren't you glad you
all right.
chose to play a vamp character? In this, the year of our Lord 20 Morbius.
So I will. So besides the secret, the image that I see there, you would see what appears to be an elderly man, like laying in that bed, dead, with this like frozen face of fear. You don't know who the man is, but that just kind of like flashes in your head.
Sure.
And
Yeah,
then the message that I gave you.
Okay, excellent. Yeah. Logan, as you get in my face, Logan, I'm tackling you to the ground.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Unarmed strike, please.
Ooh, where do I have that?
Or we can do just a strength check. There you go. So yeah,
I have Victor, like, because he's kind of in his full state right now, just like grab the hand in the air as it comes towards him as well.
You gotta roll for that. You gotta roll for that.
Yeah, I'll roll for it. I don't need to roll for it.
unarmed strike.
Hold my hand.
Would that be a straight strength check, right?
You can do
I don't
that.
think I have it. Or do I have unarmed strike? Is just the thing?
It would be in your
Oh,
inventory.
I do.
As you
Wow.
try to hold it, Logan will actually push through and tackle you with that. Then
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I pin you to the ground, and I get real close. Some might say a little too close.
Oh.
he's looking at the audience. I know it. Jesse's looking at the audience.
I would never. And he like shouts you, why did I see that?
What did you see?
You know what I saw. What is that room?
The day I died. Now, close the door and let us move on.
What is that room? Why is that room? Why did I see that?
I don't know why you saw it. But there's no need for anyone else to see it.
Why don't you want to go in there? What will you see?
I just don't. I can't.
It's not. Boy, I wish I had more abilities. Do I have the feeling that if I were to go back in that room, I would be hit by the exact same thing again?
You are currently frightened by that room,
Terrified
which
of the
means
room.
You cannot
Gotcha.
willingly get closer to the room.
Understood. Ooh. And can I make the assumption or do some sort of check to figure out if Cicero has the reason why he doesn't want to go back in is the exact same thing I'm suffering from?
You're free to roll the insight check.
I would love to.
Once again, deception, please, Cicero.
Six.
He is not afraid of the room of the same reason that you're afraid. It's more personal to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna still be in his face. What happened in there?
This conversation is so vague. Dash is gonna go in there.
Oh God.
Please give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
It does when Dash just walked in the door.
Yep.
Same.
Oh my
This is
God.
gonna be the same thing. So
This
you
room's
see,
real fucked up.
you see flashes of a fearful an older man laying in the bed, dead, like frozen in fear, and then you begin to feel images and feel almost claustrophobic as you remember the time that you were sealed in a tomb when you were about to be, or a tome? I always mix those up. Anyways,
Yeah.
tomb. God damn it. As you feel as if the walls are closing in, as you feel the scratch and itch of your throat, the illness you had at your childhood when you were pretty sure you were about to die. And then you just hear the yell of your father before you too become frightened while in the room. You just hear the scream, Dash, as it just echoes in your mind, and you become frightened of the room.
Dash, hyperventilating, backs out of the room and like kind of collapses into the corner, coughing for the first time in years.
Said not to go in there.
Okay, out of my way. Excuse me. Pardon me.
He's kind of like struggling underneath Logan. Stop
What
going in there.
What's going on?
I'm not going in.
Tell us what this is.
Victor, you are free to break out of the tackle now if you would like to attempt. Please make an
I'm
athletics check
unchallenged.
since you're technically grappled. You can make an athletics or an acrobatics check, and Logan, I will need an athletics check from you since you are attempting to maintain the pin.
Athletics check.
Hugs my boy.
He's shaking.
Yeah.
Logan, you are
hugs and
pushed out of a panic as this feared victor gets up and escapes your grasp.
Can I like swap places with him? So like I pull around and I stand so my back's up against the
Yes,
doorway?
you can. Yes, you can. Oh, you definitely want to be in there.
Yeah, well, I'm zoomed in.
Yeah. Get out of there. Get out of there.
Can I stand where you are, Logan, and swap places with you?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we
There
go.
you go.
He just puts his back against the doorway. It is an old room, and it doesn't matter. Whatever you saw in there doesn't matter.
What matters is why they're seeing it.
You might be right. That is unusual. I will take a look. He's gonna take a deep breath, turn, and step in. And then raise his head to look.
You hear two words in your mind. Welcome home.
Father?
Wisdom save at a disadvantage. Fear overcomes you as it has before, as you remember everything that has happened in this room. But it's as if you're experiencing it all again. But you do know you want to be out of this room.
He steps down, slams the door, and just leans against it.
Eli will walk up, push past Logan, and grip Cicero's shoulder.
You see him kind of jump for a second.
I will cast heroism on him.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Be a hero, son.
Oh,
For a moment, you feel as if you were that scared child, and the heroism just snaps you back.
Looks at Eli and nods his head. Thank you. And opens the door almost like aggressively. And then steps in, kind of walks straight up and just stands there kind of defiantly. Show yourself.
The haunting stops. This is just merely a room with 4 walls and a door. Abandoned to time. There's nothing more in this room.
He walks out, closes the door gently this time and says, "That room is empty now. Thank you, Eli. We should
Thanks.
continue moving." He's going to clasp Eli by the shoulder and kind of dig his fingers in and nod to him. There is another door to the north. We should go. And meander past everyone.
All right. You continue to go to the north. You remember this room. this leads to your quarters. Victor.
He opens the door without hesitation.
The hallway with the creepy statues of the Memoraths. As to the north.
Were they there when he was a boy?
Yes.
Okay.
Is everyone following Victor?
Yes.
Yes, I help Dash and I walk
Yeah,
with him.
I think Dash would take a second. He's like 1,000-yard staring, but he would go.
It's
once he
okay.
realized
Exact
everyone
same-
was-
exact
Okay.
same.
Yeah.
I'm helping the two in the back be like, it's okay. Trauma is something we deal with, good or bad.
As Victor, you go to the north. You approach what was once your room.
He opens it.
All right. And make sure everyone is where they need to be so they can see what the heck's going on. As you open the door. Well, this was once your room. But it seems that you see, off into the center, a sort of chamber where they normally keep a corpse preserved. Typically in Defense Force fashion. It keeps the corpse preserved so that if any further investigation needs to happen in the future, it can be done so within the chamber. It can be done so here. Specifically done for investigation. You found it? As you can see, the chamber itself, the glass sort of blurred over. There is a body in there.
He walks around to kind of observe.
Does the body have any similarities to the facade victims?
You can't tell with the case closed.
Mm.
Yeah, Victor's gonna step up and open it up.
Okay. As you... Oh my god. Don't do this now.
You lost connection.
Don't do
Logan,
this
get up
now.
there.
All right,
Good.
Ma'am, no.
we're fine. As you open... Motherfucker. Stop. Not now. As you open the case, it kind of releases this... like this steam, as you kind of smell like the embalming fluid that typically would be on bodies to keep it preserved. And you just kind of see this form within. It seems to be covered in a cloth. Oh my gosh. I am so... Okay, anyways. Do you... Yeah, you see the body is covered in a cloth.
He's gonna put it off.
Okay. As you pull back the cloth, what terrifies, or whether what seems to be unsettling, is the body itself, as you quickly discard it, doesn't seem to be that of the facade killing. The face itself is, well, actually, the body itself seems to not be petrified, but you notice a couple of bullet holes in the corpse, and the face is still present, as it appears to be the face of Senator Thalin Daberos of Zeros, the single man that was meant to cut 15% of the force. His shot-up body is now within the case.
How?
Didn't we see him alive in the first session?
Maybe a changeling out of
Uh-oh.
character. Can we investigate, like, specifically maybe Hellebore? Can we investigate the body to see if we can tell how long ago it died?
You can. on the next session
Woo!
of Deadbeats.
Hey guys, we're not fired, maybe. Just kidding.
Maybe.
Too late for that shit.
Did he die before or after he's cutting the force? That's the real question.
I don't know who this is.
I probably passingly know who this is.
You wouldn't know who it is, but yeah, Logan, you would definitely know it. And then, of course, as players, you guys know that is the that was the senator that Logan bumped into in session 1. As to what it is or why it's there, you'll have to find out next week.
Would Harrison Dash know who that is?
Harrison Dash would know, yeah.
Okay.
Since they would be entwined in the politics. That is literally the senator of your city, the senator of your region.
Right.
Oh,
Cicero. Who is this man? Why is he in my room?
There's a scene in.
I think Cicero would know who it is.
Oh, he does. Okay.
Yeah.
I suppose he's spent long enough, right? So he would have seen names and stuff.
Yeah.
There's a scene in like one of the animated DC films or shows. I can't remember what it is. I think it's Lex Luthor takes over the body of the Flash, and he's like, "Finally, I get to see who the Flash is." And he takes off his mask, looks in the mirror, and goes, "I have no idea who this is."
No idea who this is. Yep.
Such a good scene.
Yep. But that is so good ending though. You guys like that?
Good ending.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right. So sadly, we will not have time for a full fan art session. So instead, what I will do, I think I saw a piece that I wanted to show you guys that was really good. What you laughing about?
Dodger linked the video.
Oh, nice. So instead, I will show you one cool piece that stars everyone. And then after the finale next week, the season 1 finale, which will be happening next week, we could do a big fan art section. Does that sound good?
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Sure thing.
Okay, well then let me go ahead. Trying to get over. That's the one, baby. I'm gonna go and screen share so you guys can check this out because this is so fucking cool. Check this out. Hey, yo.
Oh shit, that's really cool.
Oh yeah.
A Blu-ray
That's
cover.
so good.
This was done by Julius Dees. So thank you so much, Julius.
Good
for that.
work. Wow.
Very
That's really
cool.
cool.
Very cool.
Hey,
Is that facade in the top left? Like just kind of
Maybe.
imaged
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, maybe. I'm assuming that's what it is.
Really cool.
Maybe.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go. That looks really good.
Yeah. Exactly.
Poggers 5 stars.
Morbius.
Almost as good as Morbius.
All right, we'll do a proper fan art session next week, but we had to go over today because I wanted to get you to that scene where you discover the body of the senator.
Yeah, way like close to the end.
So thank you guys so much. I do have to go prepare because I got another D&D session in 30 minutes. But you guys had fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed myself. It was a lot of fun. I absolutely enjoyed it. So, sorry, I remember that clip now and I'm laughing at it. Anyways, thank you guys so much. I appreciate y'all, and we'll be back with the season 1 finale of Deadbeats next week.
Woo!